drive behind it, to do it, right? Yeah. It was just
well, you know what?
Drunk and kind of dumb.
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess he went on Jesse P.S.'s show earlier. By the way, Jesse P.S., I heard your junkie brother died, and I'm glad he's dead. So I'm definitely glad he's dead, and I'm definitely going to go piss on his grave. So I just wanted to tell you that and let you know, and hope you screen cap that and go ahead and show it. Press P to piss on the grave of Jesse P.S.'s brother here in chat. We will always honor his memory. You know what? I might go looking for some pictures of this faggot, because I know how you like to do, Jesse. I know how you like to make it personal, how you like to talk about, violence against me, how you like to visit my house. I'm going to start putting up a picture of your junkie brother on my fucking show, you piece of fucking shit bastard. We're just getting started, buddy. We're just getting started. See, you motherfuckers don't understand. You will never run me out of this business. You will never shame me out of the game, ever. I will fucking die first. And I think the viewers here know that already. But anyway, Jesse, I just wanted to shout out your brother. As soon as I find out where that grave is, I'll let you know. But you know Jesse, don't you?
We met, yeah.
What a great guy that guy is. Has he ever? Never mind. You know what? I won't.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, has he ever been any different? I don't know how. I don't think so. But
well, sometimes you get talking to people and you find out shit you didn't know, and you find out, and people have done things that you don't know about, and then there's people have beefs you didn't know about, and that's kind of where I'm at. But I don't give a shit. It sounds to me like if you're saying all that, you must have a fucking reason.
Yeah, I have a very good reason. And
I mean,
also,
if you said he had people going to your house and shit like that.
Well, he came to my house himself.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. And then I guess he said tonight that he would pay people to like visit violence upon me or whatever.
Wait, what? Wait, hang on a second. Visit violence upon. Wait a second. I'm sorry. Did he give himself a trophy?
Pot awful sucker.
The dark future is here. Let's get out of here. The internet is screwed. From the space on the moon, Jesse bullies lagoons. Pot awful's watching you.
I got excited, very excited to see all of this.
Get excited, y'all! This is Pot Awful.
How y'all doing? Welcome. Boy, even Ralph sure has had a lot to say lately about me. It's very strange. I almost never talk about the guy. I mean, I brought his child some diapers, but that's about it. It doesn't seem like that big of a deal. Diapers deployed, it says here on the screen. Anyway, welcome. I'm your host, Jesse P.S. This is Pot Awful, baby. Share that show. Because tonight, we don't just have the KILLSTREAM Kingpin Invitational. It's not just me talking into my headset microphone, planning this hours and hours after the fact, after another guy comes up with the exact same title. This isn't me just showing you the footage you've already seen. No. We had boots on the ground, and I'm excited. I hope you're excited, too.
I have autism. I can't help it.
So I need everybody out there to realize, yeah, there are other streams happening tonight in like an hour, let's say. There's some copying going on, but nobody's got what I've got. It's impossible. It's impossible because I have everything that happened behind the scenes at the KILLSTREAM Kingpin Invitational from 3 different angles, okay? I mean, when I say I'm autistic, I really mean...
Y'all some retards.
I'm autistic, okay? We sent people in there, and I've got everything, and I'm going to go through every nitty-gritty little bit of detail. Honestly, it's going to be creepy. What we did isn't right to do to people. You're not supposed to do this. So we did secretly film these people. We did do some, honestly, funny ops, pretty straight ops, if you ask me. And I'm very excited. So share that show, Pot Awful. We're at awful.tube is the short link. You just give people that. They'll find it that way. I just got banned on Twitter, and I'm about to start showing this, but don't worry. We've got plenty of time, okay? I'm about to start showing it, but what happened on Twitter was this. Ethan Ralph said all that stuff about my brother who literally just passed away. And by the way, I saw somebody say, Jesse, didn't you do a stream about Ethan's mom? Yeah, where I said you shouldn't make fun of her, that I thought it was terrible. I could never imagine a tragedy so bad, and I couldn't believe that a certain goon who I try to avoid at this point,
they're cyberbullying me to death,
was making Ethan Ralph's mom's death all about him. Now listen, I was on Twitter and I saw all this stuff, and obviously I'm mad, and obviously I'm responding to it. He says he's going to go piss on my brother's grave. My brother isn't even in the ground yet, by the way. We just got those arrangements done, and I have to go all the way back home to make sure that happens. And I'm trying to hold it together the best I can during all of this. And I'll be honest, I said some things on Twitter that you can never be taken back. And one of them I did lash out to just some random guy. I lashed out a little too far. I had no idea that the second you hit send on a tweet that has the letter K, the letter Y, and what's that letter, kids? The letter S. You hit send on that, you're banned. That's it. 12 hours, you're banned. I think my 12 hours is up in like an hour or so. I don't even remember anymore. So I can't share the show. I can't respond to the avalanche of people talking about this right now. I can't do anything about it. I can't even say to Mr. Mediker, wait a second, what do you think you're doing? I can't do anything. So I've got my hands tied behind my back, which, by the way, might have done them a favor if they had done that while bowling at the KILLSTREAM Kingpin Invitational. That's right. I always knew I'd have to cover this thing. I didn't realize I would have to cover this under the worst circumstances of my entire life. My twin brother Jeffrey just died, but he loves this shit. So I'm covering it anyway. We had too many goons under the same roof. I've edited together all of our behind-the-scenes footage, everything that's happened. I've seen speculation out there about what I did, what I didn't do, all this stuff. We're going to address all of that. I'm telling you, I've got shit that is crazy. I have stories, I have footage, I have things that are going to blow your mind, and we're going to start small and work our way up. I know you guys hate that. You just want everything now. You think I'm mad at the internet and I need to just show you the only thing I've got for the day. Hey, everybody. It's me, Josh. Here's the one video I've got. Time to talk about that and post corn emojis for an hour. Okay, I have to delete this now. Bye-bye. By the way, I'm stuck in the Ukraine. I don't even know. I don't know. He's a haunting little boy. There's something very peculiar happening with him. I always picture him to be 12. So anyway, I've got a ton of shit. I'm going to work my way up to the best stuff. We're going to talk about all the goons. We've got Ethan Ralph. We've got Dick Masterson. By the way, we've got Dick Masterson's girlfriend, 80s girl. We call her something else around here. In fact, Kiwi Farms for a little while was calling her Hula Girl 86 as well, and that's because that is her cam whore name. She's a cam whore. So who else we got? Alex Stein, my friend Alex Stein, who was actually at the event, gave me a very nice message, sending me his condolences about my brother. We also have, I don't even remember, there were people on this bill that I didn't even know were supposed to be. There's Destiny. There's this guy, Harrison Schmidt. I think he's the guy. I think he's the fourth guy on the moon or something. I don't remember. He was on InfoWars. And who else was in there? Well, of course, Revenge of the Sis. I mean, everybody's wanting me to cover Revenge of the Sis again. Guys, they're in it. Don't worry. They're here. Unpause. It's happening. Don't worry about it. There were people showing up after the fact, after basically the event was done. I'm going to tell you this right now. This is the craziest part. One of the biggest names, technically the biggest e-celeb at this event, nobody knew who he was. Not a single person recognized him. Nobody was excited that he was there. He wasn't even listed. He wasn't billed as being there. And he's the only one there with over 1 million subscribers on YouTube. It's really insane. By the way, my thing says I have no data. Am I live? Is this live right now? I don't know why it says no data. That seems bad. Unpause. Let's see what they're saying in the chat room, by the way. We are live. It is a Monday. We're usually live on Sundays, 8 p.m. Eastern time, podawful.tv. Again, we're doing this on Monday because I had to arrange to bury my brother, who Ethan Ralph says he's going to piss on now. Let's see what they're saying in the chat room. This is live. Live, they're saying. Ramsey? Yeah, Ramsey Paul. You won't believe the story with Ramsey Paul. Noted white nationalist Ramsey Paul showed up, and I think he might have regretted showing up. I'll show you the footage from that as well. Yep, we're live. Okay, everybody's saying we're live, and also Ramsey Paul. Everybody's excited about Ramsey Paul. So I was confused by this event. I didn't understand what a bowling event was. You go watch them bowl. Do you get to bowl with them? Apparently there was a tournament. None of it was televised. It's the old saying, the bowling tournament will not be televised. Instead, it opened with a debate that you could barely hear. Everyone was holding 2 microphones. It was a disaster from front to back, which is, of course, not the way that Ethan Ralph wipes his ass. So I'm sitting there going, what made him decide bowling? And then I realized something. He probably heard that if you get 3 strikes, you get a turkey. Thank you. He's a big fat guy. Anyway, I don't know what caused this. And I know people are sitting, well, you know, I have something big that I'm going to say for the end of this show. Something that everybody has been wanting me to do. Something happened as the result of all of this, and everybody's been asking me, Jesse, do this. Jesse, will you just take that thing and do this? That's going to happen. Okay, I'll just say that. Anyway, we've got a whole mess of shit to show you. I don't even know where to begin, but I guess we have to start with diapers deployed. As you recall, Finger Guns himself, this guy, showed up to Ethan's house just to bring his child, his unborn child at the time, diapers. And, well, we did it again. Ethan's got some more diapers for whatever it is that popped out of that horse he rides. Let's take a look at this. This is the KILLSTREAM Kingpin Invitational.
It's on his truck. It's on his truck.
Someone in chat said diapers deployed.
Diapers deployed.
Diapers deployed. Holy fuck.
All right, there you go. There's another one for you. So he did get more diapers. And by the way, those weren't the only diapers showing up to this event. There's more diapers to come. There's even more than we even managed to get on video. I'm going to warn you about this, though. Not only was the KILLSTREAM event a disaster at almost every turn, so was our attempt to document it. The guys I sent in, they're not pros. I'll be honest. So I have salvaged the best bits. I've cut out all the fat. And think about this event. That's a lot of fat. It is mostly fat. I could have sworn the whole time I thought, like, what are they going to do? Just roll Ethan down the aisle? Is that the idea? When he was getting married, I thought that was certainly the way he was going to... He's not going to walk down the aisle, right? It's going to be Indiana Jones style. I thought maybe Mersh would get his bald head plucked and thrown down there. I don't know. I'm not sure what was supposed to happen there.
Pot off a one.
Oh, that's right.
Pot off a one.
So we've got more for you here, okay? Now, this event, again, it's goon-packed. It is chock full of goons. The goon alarm is going off. Let's take a look at this. Now, this is, again, we're starting off slow here. My guys are so stupid. They are so wildly, violently autistic.
I have autism. I can't help it.
That they actually just started drinking and bowling. Instead, we were screaming at them. Eventually, matters had to be taken into our own hands. We had to send in more troops. We had to, well, I'll save that for the end as well. But things had to be done. You know, with these events, I can't just show up as me. I'm 6'7", 258 pounds, completely unstoppable. They're going to notice. So I send in these two guys, but they just decide to have a good time. Now, lucky us, though, the only lane available for them to bowl on was this one right here at the front where you can see everything. And the two guys next to them are very interesting. They introduced themselves in an extremely interesting way. Now, this guy right here, and I'm pausing here for a reason. This guy right here, he's a little bit of a manlet. I don't know his name. We're going to call him Pink Shirt. Pink Shirt, you probably saw in the stream a few times. He got very drunk and very excited, if you know what I mean. And I believe Pink Shirt right now is actually putting on a display for our guy in the field, Lenny. Now, Lenny is there with another member of the Pod Awful cult. They're both bowling together, and they've been talking to this dude and another guy. And this dude is spreading open his asshole for Lenny. And I know this sounds like I'm just exaggerating for content. I'm not. We're going to see a lot more of this guy, and it's about to get very interesting. He's with another dude. It's this guy right over here who's hitting on our other friend, Jeremy. Okay, now that is where that part ends. Let me just tell you what these guys told our friends they are. They introduced themselves, mostly Pink Shirt, introduced himself as friends of Dick Masterson. Now, let me be clear. Not fans of Dick Masterson, not they kind of know him. They are saying they are his friends, and they got brought along by Dick. This is their claim. If that is not true, there's nothing I can do for you about that. They told us this. This is the words, this is verbatim, okay? Now, this is the interesting thing. If you watched Ethan show up to the Blaze Studios and confront Eliza Schaefer, what's the guy's name? Elijah? I thought he was a lady. So Elijah Schaefer, if you saw that happen, I actually made a note of this. I said, why does Elijah, he drove up in a car and there's a guy in his passenger seat and he's diminutive. He had a pet. He had a gay pet slave man. Boy, really. It's not pedophilic, what I'm trying to describe here. I don't know what I'm trying to describe. I didn't know this existed. Apparently, these famous E-celeb Hollywood types, Dick Masterson, Elijah Schaefer, these guys on this side of the internet, whatever this is, they keep a little guy. They have a little guy. I don't know what to call it. It's just a gay pet slave. And Elijah was so scared of Ethan Ralph, he ran off and left his slave behind. And the slave had to catch up, and you could hear him. I think it was a little ethnic or something. He was like, please, hello. Please, please, hello. And you can see him run up, and I think he was wearing a pink shirt too. I don't think it was the same guy, though. Anyway, Dick brought his own Elijah-style pet slave. That's the point of this story. Now, I don't know how to describe it other than he is Dick's boyfriend. So we're going to refer to him also, and not only Pink Shirt, as Dick's boyfriend, because I think he is Dick's boyfriend. And for those of you who don't know, Dick Masterson has been outed by his own ex-girlfriend, and not in a, he fucked me over, so I'm just getting him back and making up lies way. It's too elaborate. She provided proof. Dick Masterson was caught trying to suck cock by his current girlfriend, Hula Girl, 80s girl. He actually used a Google account that he has connected to his smart TV, and 80s girl accidentally opened up the email on the TV, and she saw Dick Masterson trying to suck a guy's cock at Burning Man through email. He was like setting it up. It is well known at this point that Dick Masterson is at the very least bisexual, if not straight up gay and using a beard. And I kind of lean toward that one because think about it. He wrote a book called Men Are Better Than Women. So let's go to our next part here. We're going to see more of that. Again, if you don't believe me, I've got plenty for you here. This part is called creep shots, and it's exactly what it sounds like. My guys just started filming. Dick Masterson, 80s Girl, all the gang shows up for this one, and they were caught immediately. They were clocked so quickly. Now, the audio is going to be terrible, by the way, in a lot of this. I've cleaned it up the best I can. You're not going to hear what they're saying. This isn't about what they're saying, by the way, for this part. The bowling alley was playing music so loud, there was nothing we could do about it. This is a GoPro camera, but just pay attention to the subtleties and look closely at what happens while he's filming. So we're looking at the back of Mersh. Dick Masterson is being fully lunar eclipsed by him right now. And there on the right, in her one good dress, she shows up to every event in this thing. The Crypt Keeper herself, Skeletina. Okay, so there you go. Clocked. The first person at this entire event to clock a pod-awful cult member is 80s Girl, and why wouldn't it be? Nobody has more to fear than her. Now, why? Why does nobody have more to fear than her? Well, probably because she is a teacher, she works at a school, and her husband is well known online for potentially being a pedophile. So she's noticing it, and she's literally doing a little spin around motion to Mersh with her hand, trying to clue him in to take a look. And here's the funny thing. If you saw, our guys actually showed up on the live stream a few times as well. You can see them, and they're both wearing pod-awful t-shirts. In fact, one of them is wearing this shirt right here, the Dark Future t-shirt, which you can get, by the way, right now at podawful.shop. Podawful.shop, if you'd like to support the show, $25. Get yourself this. I think it's 25, somewhere around there. It's really cheap. Listen, one of them was wearing this exact shirt. Mersh owns this shirt. Mersh bought this shirt. I've shown it to you on the show before. If anyone should recognize this shirt, if anyone should be able to spot a pod-awful spy, it's Mersh. Unfortunately, the strabismus was overacting on this evening. Everybody, think about it. Everyone's taking photos of him. He's trying to hide the crossed eyes. And every time he does that, he's got to turn his head. He's got to try to find a way to angle himself so you don't know that he's cross-eyed. Oh no, oh no, oh no. So unfortunately, Mersh's eyes were out of order, much like probably the bathrooms of this place as well. And actually, speaking of the bathroom, hang on a second. I just got to show you, just to give you an idea of the type of business that we're dealing with here. Let me see if I can find this in my messages from one of my men on the ground there. Yes, here it is. Perfect. This is what's hanging up in the bathroom at this bowling alley. This is 100% real. Let's take a look. It says, please do not throw or spit. Sorry, please do not throw spit. What am I thinking? Please do not spit or throw tobacco products into the urinals. Thank you, management. And remember, if someone makes a sign, it means there is a reason to make the sign. So this is a really classy joint. I know it's a smoking venue, but come on. I mean, in a civilized society, you would not need that sign. So anyway, first person to spot us is 80s Girl. But don't worry, everyone eventually notices. Take a look. I don't know if you can hear this, but they're playing the BoJack Horseman theme song, which is the theme song that Ethan Ralph thinks belongs to him and also is the favorite show of Dick Masterson. Ethan forced the venue to play BoJack Horseman. I mean, that's very embarrassing. You don't want to go out into the real world and hear stuff like that. Okay, so 80s Girl clocks him again, and she's getting nervous. She sees the GoPro pointed right at them. She knows exactly what is up, and she does not want to be on camera. She doesn't want to be on camera because she does not want to be on Pod Awful. And really, who does? So now she needs Dick to see this, but Dick is not paying attention. Okay, now look at this. The guy who introduced himself as Dick Masterson's boyfriend walks up. And he is an attention hog. He's going to try to jump in front of that camera as many times as possible. He actually, Dick is going around interviewing people during this time. He's brought 2 microphones of his own, a Zoom recorder. He's interviewing. This guy gets interviewed. You'll see it all. He's finally worked up the courage at this point to ask his boyfriend if it's okay if he and his other boyfriend, apparently, I guess the way a gay guy's relationship works is you get to have a pet slave and the pet slave gets to have his own more Mexican pet slave because they're all going to take a photo together and back to the cuck truck with 80s girl. She's got to take the photo. So here we go. We've got master, slave, and slave's slave. That's his man servant there. So there's 80s girl taking the photo. And remember, in her head this whole time, she's going, oh God, Pod Awful is watching this. And the guy filming this, by the way, has been on the show. It's Lenny. It's my man. I get my own man servant as well. He's Lenny. He's the guy doing it. I sent my little gay pet slave out to do this for me. And he's the one filming. He's been on Pod Awful. If you have seen Pod Awful, you've seen his face. Which means 80s girl and Dick Masterson are watching Pod Awful. Because they've definitely seen his face. Wait till you see this. He makes sure, by the way, he always touches Dick. Like every time he rubs up against his bicep, and Dick always pretends like, oh yeah, I'm barely even paying attention. Who are you? I'm sorry, what? If Dick thinks he's being watched, he never fully addresses his manservant. All right, so Pink Shirt walks away, and then we've got 80s girl catching another glimpse. She's trying to sneak a peek. So now this is real, by the way. And if you listen very closely, you can hear this. Now she's telling Dick, there's a guy from Pod Awful behind us. That Jesse guy, somebody, I don't know if it's him or one of his guys. He's behind us and he's filming right now. And wait till you see this. Oh my God.
I got excited, very excited to see all of this.
They're cyberbullying me to death.
Proof fucking positive. If you physically recognize Lenny, you are watching too much Pod Awful, to be honest. And by the way, Alex Stein also recognized Lenny. So that's a very strange thing. Lenny was out there. Lenny was a bigger e-celeb than the 1 million subscriber YouTuber that Alex Stein brought along with him. Dick Masterson turns around, he takes a quick sneak, he tries to get it in before anyone notices, but he does a double take, he looks twice, and then he turns back audibly, by the way. You can hear him say it, audibly says to 80s girl after he looks right into Lenny's eyes, oh yeah. The next words that follow out of that are, you're from the internet. Watch this. Okay, and there we get our first cameo from the man of the hour himself, Ethan Ralph. All right, so there we go. Now it's time to talk about what some of the goals of this whole thing were. And I'm not talking about strikes and spares, although there were plenty of spare tires, obviously. My hope, and by the way, I am shocked that there wasn't at least one guy using bumpers at this thing. You really think, with guys like this, and I am talking...
Y'all some retards.
You would think one of them might have just gone, I'm sorry, I've never played this without the bump. I didn't even know the gutter was a thing. Did you ever go bowl? Like, you ever do that thing where you're in your late teens, early 20s, usually late teens, and all your friends go, I don't know, you want to do something gay, like go bowling? Which is something Ethan Ralph did in his late 30s. You want to do something gay and go bowling? And everybody's kind of like, yeah, we'll ironically go bowl. And then you accidentally discover the most embarrassing secret about one of your friends, that he didn't know that there was a version of bowling without bumpers. Is this a universal thing? I feel like this has happened to me. I'm not the bumpers guy. I actually bowled in a league as a child. That is not a lie. I actually did. And then I stopped bowling. So difference between me and Ethan Ralph? Well, about 5 million pounds. But also, I stopped bowling when I became an adult man. When I became a married man with children. It seemed like maybe the bowling was done. Nah, you can go bowl, but this event seems a little strange to me. Anyway, I feel like multiple times we went out with friends and they're like, where's the things that stop the ball from... How come my ball keeps going in that thing there? They didn't even know what to call it. They'd never heard of a gutter before. All right, so this part's called finger guns. Our intention here, Lenny's hope beyond hope, was to get pictures with every goon possible while doing finger guns directly in their face. Obviously, Ethan Ralph is very, very scared of what happens when I pull my trigger. And so we just wanted to send somebody in and see if anyone even notices. The Pot Awful t-shirt, the finger gun directly in their face. And then we thought we would come. I honestly didn't think we'd get this much show out of it. I thought we would just come on stream and I go, haha, look at a photograph we got. Look at this photo. So I was very shocked to see that we actually got fucking less than that. Now, we got a lot more other content, but as far as finger guns goes, this was a spectacular failure on Lenny's part. I really should replace my manservant with his manservant, Jeremy. I just realized I sent in 2 manservants myself. Yo. Anyway, so I believe Lenny got a couple of finger guns in. He got some important ones, but unfortunately he failed at the big one. Sort of. Ethan Ralph obviously is the #1 target for a finger gun. He started small, though. Lenny started small. He started with Chaggot, the internet's Chaggot, who, by the way, was openly invited to this event and treated like a normal human being, despite being well known for being an open pedophile. Very strange. 13-18, which I believe was also the scores of some of the tournament goers. So here's Lenny. And yes, we all understand Lenny looks like this. That's not the point. He's wearing the Buddy's famous Pot Awful t-shirt. That's a more obscure one. Lenny was trying to get away with this.
Just rolling.
It's a limited edition shirt. And by the way, we've got guns on display from all angles during this whole video. So there's Chaggot getting finger gunned. Pretty good. Pew, pew, pew. Give him some pew, pew, pews in chat for this one. I mean, it's something. It's something. We got some big ones toward the end of the show, though.
Yeah, all right.
Now, Chaggot is so desperate. He wants people to like him. He's literally wearing a t-shirt that tries to get you to follow his Telegram. He got maced this night to try to get followers. It's sad. Listen to what he says to Lenny immediately after the photo was taken.
Can you send that to me, or is that?
Can you send that to me?
And Lenny's like, I don't ever want to contact you again. I already regret taking the photo. We're getting pew pew pews in chat.
No, yeah. Can you do it right now, or you have to do it later?
Can you do it right now? You have to do it later. And Lenny's coming over with excuses like, there's like a thing, is a Bluetooth.
I have any like connection to this thing to my phone and all that kind of shit. But yeah.
Okay, so that's just again, we're starting very small here. This is simple stuff, okay? Now, this is one that I originally wasn't going to include in the show. Pat Dixon is a comedian who, by the way, fucking bombed at this event. Now, there was no possible way of winning. There was no possible way of making the crowd like you. You couldn't ever kill at the Killstream event. And that's all these comedians care about. And Pat Dixon, he actually went beyond bombing. It was actually very embarrassing, and I bit my tongue on it until now because I was going to let him slide, and I shouldn't do that. My job is to make fun. I shouldn't have done it. But the reality is Pat Dixon lost it. People were heckling him. There were 3 people left when Pat Dixon went on stage, and I think 2 of them were heckling him. And at a certain point, he started screaming obscenity. Fuck you! Stop! Shut up! Shut the fuck up! He's yelling at them. Now, you can see all this on stream. I don't have to play this for you. I'm not Mr. Medicare. I'm not just going to play you the stuff you can already see. So, I believe Pat was a little bit too accepting of what Ethan Ralph had to say at the beginning of the show there. That was Pat Dixon sitting there. I thought I was sort of friends with Pat Dixon. I've been on his show a few times at the Compound Studios. By the way, Anthony Cumia, also a pedophile. A lot of pedos connected to these guys. It's very strange. I don't know. I'm not saying anything about Pat Dixon. I am saying this, though. Pat was way too quick to try to justify it. And I get it. I get that Ethan Ralph is now his boss. He's got a show on Ethan Ralph's network. It's a network of, by the way, Ethan Ralph and Pat Dixon. I seem to remember a network that was set up similarly to that one time. It involved Maddox. It didn't go well. So I can get being a company man in that way to some degree. But the guy is sitting there springing on you, clearly, by the way, that a guy you know that you're kind of friendly with, who is very good friends with another guy you're friend with, Ryan Katsu Rivera, he's springing on you that he is claiming he's going to literally go piss on this guy's brother's grave. This guy who just died, calling him a junkie and all this other stuff, which, man, Ethan, you want to talk about junkies? Oh, man. Okay, I'll save it. I gotta save it. So anyway, I wasn't going to cover Pat, but then I saw that. It was kind of weaselly. It was wormy. I saw the way that he tried to say, like, well, if you're saying this, it must be true. Pat, I just want you to know, the only thing I ever did to Ethan Ralph was deliver diapers to his house when he was having a baby. And I didn't go in his yard. And I didn't give out his address. And I never doxed him or any of that stuff. And this whole claim about me wishing violence upon him, you can watch the stream he's talking about from last night. I did sort of a preview of this sort of thing on YouTube, and I'm joking. We have the guy on who hit Ethan Ralph, and I'm like, yes, we condone violence, a thing that no one ever says. By the way, unless you're Ethan Ralph, no one ever says that seriously, unless you're Ethan Ralph. He does condone violence. Where is the line? I can't find it anymore. So I think Pat is probably a little confused. And I wasn't going to show this, but he does deserve it. Fortunately, Pat was caught the entire time he was there, even well before he had his big baby freak out, like a little baby bitch. He was alone in the corner, tweeting by himself, never spoke to anyone the entire night. There he is.
That is worth capturing. That he's just all alone.
Lenny's saying that is worth capturing. He is just all alone. Okay? The entire time. This is a social gathering. There was a guy apparently who sat at the front of this event. They had like a little extra room at the front of the bowling alley, and he sat there the whole time. I'm not kidding. He was an older guy playing Super Smash Brothers. I would rather be that guy than Pat Dixon at this event. That guy is less embarrassing. So Pat, sorry, man. But it is what it is. As Ethan Ralph would probably say, at the end of the day, it is what it is. I took a dookie in the bathtub and other assorted sayings. And so there he is, just sitting there, alone. And he hated being there. He had to do this. This was a gig to him. He's not friends with Ethan Ralph. Him sitting next to Ethan while Ethan said that shit on that podcast is not something he wants to do. He wants the exposure. He is confused and thinks Ethan Ralph will get it for him. It certainly won't be good. Case in fucking point, Pat. But I get it. I get it. You hitched your wagon to the wrong horse, and I'm not talking about May. So, all right, this part's called Dick's Boyfriend and Girlfriend. So we're going to see both of them in this part. We really get a nice deep dive into Dick Masterson tonight, and I do have proof that Dick lied about hurting his arm. Absolute, irrefutable evidence that he is lying. Let's take a look. Dick's Boyfriend and Girlfriend. So there's Pink Shirt. There's his manservant again. And there's manservant's manservant. And they're recording a podcast or something. And by the way, Dick Masterson, there is talk around town. I don't know if this is true or not. He's apparently, a lot of the people there, listen, I don't want to name names or anything on this, but a certain somebody refused to wear bowling shoes while at this event.
And I just sucked dick.
No. I'm not talking about Dick. Dick is wearing bowling shoes. There was a guy who wouldn't wear them. Like maybe he was wearing thick shoes or something.
I took a nice dicking yesterday.
No, again, I'm not talking about Dick. There's this guy, he might have had lifts or something to try to look taller on camera.
I'm always going to be Big Dick Daddy.
Okay, anyway, he would not, I'm not talking about Dick. But there is talk around town that Dick Masterson may be sort of height maxing in a way. He might be doing tricks to try to look taller. It is believed that he claims to be 6 feet tall. It's believed he may actually be 5'11". I just want that out there. So he's 5'11". Think about how tiny Pink Shirt is. Okay, now do you see how much Pink Shirt keeps touching him? Dick has no issue with these touches. It gets crazier. Now there's manservant's manservant jumping in as well, and Dick leans in so he can hear him. He's very comfortable with these guys.
With Dick like recording.
And again, they introduce themselves as the boyfriends. Lenny's saying Dick is recording them.
They're recording a podcast right now.
Now, all right, this is where it gets bizarre. Now, presumably, this recording will end up in some podcast or something he puts out. I don't know. I don't know what the plan is for this. Presumably, that's what's happening. I cannot wait to see what led to this next line they say. Listen very carefully. Okay, now, I don't know how clear that's coming out for you guys. I can hear it. He actually says it multiple times. He looks at the guy, his manservants, and he says, "High five, pedophiles." And again, there is literally a known pedophile standing 2 feet away from him. Chaggot is just on the other side. Okay, well, this is your cuties guy. Anyway, I saw somebody in the chat said, "Too bad Jesse is so unlikable." That might be true. But I can say this, I'm not high-fiving pedophiles.
We're going to start the show. Right. We've got a new goal.
Okay, now this is actually funny. So I showed you the guy tapping his shoulder again. And Dick is very uncomfortable because people are starting to notice. And Dick turns around and he sees Lenny and Jeremy standing there. And now he knows that whole gay interaction and him talking about pedophiles, he can't delete that recording because we've got it now. So he turns around and seated just off camera in the corner there is Hula Girl. And he turns around to her and he's embarrassed. He doesn't know what to do. He knows he's on camera and he does this little reaction. Take a look at this. He's like, ooh, he kind of shakes it off like, ooh, like, yeah, well, boy, those guys. Am I right? It's not me. It's those guys. Anyway, I'm straight. Do you want to pretend to be my girlfriend again? So watch this move. This is insane. I've never seen someone try to beard harder than Dick Masterson in this moment. He knows he's caught. It was a mistake. The thing is, when a guy does stuff that like Dick Masterson does, when he gets up to his proclivities, when he's behind closed doors, all he can think about is, I wish I could just do this in public. That's how they get off. They want you to know. So he is now regretting that decision. He regrets bringing his man slaves with him.
So, I'm not sure.
Okay, so it's very quiet, but you can hear him say, "Can I sit there?" Watch what he makes his girlfriend supposedly do. He forces her to stand up. By the way, we're in full-on Gunto vision right now. Thank you, Lenny. He forces her to stand up. Now, there's another chair just a foot away. There's a chair right over behind Lenny.
That was a mistake to close.
He gets his microphones together and he forces her to sit on his lap.
Pot Awful makes me do that.
Okay, now, if this doesn't scream a case of the not gays, I don't know what does. Listen, would I have my wife sit on my lap occasionally? Of course. If there was no other seating, for sure. There is other seating. You were just discussing pedophilia with your friends who introduced themselves as being with you. That's how they described it. They came with you. Ramsey Paul happens later. Folks, we're going in alphabetical order. Okay, so she's sitting there for a while. He's holding her down. His hand is like gripping into the tiny bit of flesh left on her skeletina thigh. And he is forcing her to stay there. And she is bored out of her mind. At this point, this is a complete relationship of convenience. Dick tries to throw in a, "Look, we're together" laugh. He just points at nothing. He just randomly points and goes, and then she pretends to see it. And now that guy, it's like a cut happens. A guy walks by and they're back to not even knowing each other anymore. Look, she's looking over her shoulder like, and again, she knows the guy standing 1 foot away from her is recording them. She's wildly uncomfortable. So it's time to Pat Dixon herself out of this. It's time to stare at her phone and pretend she's not in this hellish relationship where all of her eggs have completely dried and Stefan Molyneux is somewhere letting out a single teardrop.
No, why would you have a big view screen?
Now this is hard to see. The guy who is walking across frame, by the way, is our new friend Dylan, who elbowed Ethan Ralph. That's him. And by the way, he claimed to us that he went up to Dick at some point and said he's going to fuck his girlfriend, and Dick allowed that to happen. He went right up and said, "Hey, if you're not careful, I'm a fucker." And Dick's like, "Hey, man, come on, please, don't." So he walks by, and it's hard to notice. Dick pushes 80s girl off of him. He says, "Hula girl, get up." And by the way, the reason she wears this dress is it just covers her hula girl tattoo. It's like there's a little opening on the back of it. And if it were an inch to the right or left, I can't remember which side, you could see the tattoo. This lets her show the maximum amount of skin without revealing her cam whore days. And now, look at that. That was very subtle. So this guy, Dylan, he's there to troll. Remember that. And he pretends to accidentally bump into Dick. He's doing a power move here, okay? This is Sigma male stuff. Boom! He hits him. Crashes right into him, and look who notices. Look who's looking over at the camera right now. Hula girl. By the way, now, okay, hang on a second. That's a little bit of a surprise there. Hula girl, by the way, the reason Dick gets up is he goes over to like rub Destiny's shoulder. So the only reason he got up was to touch another man, and Hula girl doesn't sit down the entire time. I would keep it in, but it's just watching a lady stand. She's too afraid to sit for what Dick may do. Now, this is the way Dick treats his current girlfriend. The girlfriend who grasped on him about being gay, however, It's definitely not a beard with her. Let's take a look at some archival footage of Dick with a lady, a different lady. This is our friend Jamie Lynn. You're listening to Comfortably Numb because Dick is listening to Comfortably Numb because he's sad that she broke up with him. Never let it be forgotten that Dick is lying about this whole simp text thing. He's lying that, oh, he got a three-way. No, he tried to make a three-way happen. It failed. He forced that woman we saw in the blue dress a moment ago to live inside that cuck truck right there for a weekend while he banged this girl, which I know that also sounds Sigma. However, when it's followed up with the text messages and what we're about to see here, you can no longer claim to be Alpha, Sigma, Omega. You're no longer on the chart. You're Charlie. By the way, this is a completely normal thing to do, to display your heterosexuality to your neighbors, to awkwardly stand in the front of your Mexican gravel pit yard so that all of your neighbors can see and make sure they know, like, no, look, I touch a girl's butt. I look completely comfortable doing this. Shouldn't have skipped leg day. Uh-oh. I don't think there is anyone home. Not upstairs. Maybe inside that ass right there next to Jesse. Okay, he can no longer physically hold her, so he lets her down. Enjoy. And then watch this part. This has haunted me for my entire life ever since seeing it. We think we're just watching the creepiest security camera footage of all time. It gets worse. He makes sure the neighbors can see, and... Hello!
I can't help it.
Okay, so if you don't understand the context of that, Dick secretly filmed moments like this. He tricked Jamie Lynn into going into his front yard, knowing that it would be on camera, the way that we were creep shotting him and 80s girl. And he had this little tender moment with her so that in the future, if she left him, he could attempt to emotionally manipulate her into coming back to him using the video we just watched. So he is sitting there watching that. He's listening to Pink Floyd because it's her favorite band, and he's crying. I don't know how well it picks up in this resolution here, but there are tears in his eyes at this part. Okay, so there you go. I mean, that's an amazing moment. Let's head on over to Diapers Deployed, Mission Bravo, and introduce you to the man who came in to try to save it all.
Diapers Deployed.
Now, I said to my guys, listen, you're really fucking all this up. We haven't seen you on stream yet. You haven't gone up and done anything funny yet at all. We actually had a moment early on. I'm going to pause this one for a second. We had a moment early on where a guy called Tux Loves You. He was live streaming the event before the live stream actually started. Probably a lot of you watched it. And I'm actually, let me jump in. I see Tux is in our Discord server. You can join our Discord, by the way. It's the Pod Awful Cult, podawful.com/Discord. Let me jump in with these guys and see if Tux can, I see he's on camera, but he's got himself muted there. Hey, Tux, what up?
Yo, what's up?
All right, man. So let me bring you on here for a second because you were actually there live at this disaster. And what I didn't, we were on a show together. Where'd you go? Your camera's kind of fucking up on me here. Why is it? Yeah, your camera's like blinking on me. It doesn't matter as long as we can hear you.
Probably bandwidth issue. Let me turn it off and on again.
Okay, yeah. Have you tried turning it off and on? Make sure you unplug it. Do a whole power cycle if you could. Actually, turn your computer on and off if you could. All right. So I'll admit I didn't know who you were when we were on that show, and I didn't know you were the guy that I was literally watching earlier that night or any of that.
Yeah.
So for those of you out there who are like me, you don't know, Tux is the dude making the Super Guntio 64 thing.
That's right.
I mean, that's
So
incredible.
I almost got a chance to switch it out with so the N64 at the front, that was my N64. I brought it. I was actually going to try to sneak away
the
from
guy.
my live
Wait,
streaming
hang on. The guy playing Smash Brothers was playing on your N64.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I was going to sneak.
That's pretty great.
I was going to sneak in and switch the cartridge out with my EverDrive that has Super Gunt 64 on it. I didn't get a chance. I briefly put in Super Gunt 64 and showed the security guards as I was getting kicked out, but I didn't get a chance.
That's amazing. Can I ask you this? Have you seen Pod Awful before?
A little bit. I
Okay.
did see the one where you went the January 6th where you came back the year after. That was pretty funny.
Oh, thanks. So yeah, Jan 6 Part 2.
Yeah, I saw that one.
With my good friend Baked Alaska. So
yeah.
I only ask that. It's not an ego thing. I'm asking because
Well,
I did
actually
go ahead.
Wait,
Go ahead.
I actually know one of the a former prominent member of your community.
Oh, who's that?
Do you remember Shalin?
Oh, listen, I can't get into. We can't
God
get into this.
damn it.
Fuck off, dude. Honestly, I should have known that because I know what servers you're from on Discord, and I trust you very, very little now. I only asked about the watching the show thing because I did do an episode called Super Guntio Bros about Ethan
nice.
and Mersh. I didn't know if there was any overlap there or not, but I'm assuming no. Am I looking at a second camera where I can see you sitting at your workstation? What is that?
I'm not sitting. I'm standing.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh my! I you know what? I actually like it. You may have noticed you're a bit of a man after my own heart when it comes to that sort of thing. I really okay. I dig that. That's cool. So anyway. Okay, so you were at the event. Now, were you invited? Did he know who you were? Did he know what was happening?
He definitely knew who I was because I called into his show. Well, first of all, I mean, Medicare covered the game, and also like some other people picked up the game. Like he definitely knew who I was. He knew about my game. But he forgot that I was in his Discord server. I called like a couple months ago, or like a month or so ago. I called in. I said, "Hey, Ralph, buddy, you heard about the game I'm working on?" So I called into the kill stream, and he pretended he played it off, like, oh no, I don't know what you're talking about. So then he immediately kicks me off.
So what? But was he allowing you to live stream? Like he was okay with it, and then what happened?
Flamenco picked it up, and I also a bunch of people started watching it, and of course he knows Tux loves you, but I came as Michael, my alter ego Michael, that day.
Okay.
And Michael was just a nice guy. He was gonna help record. So I was like, Michael emailed him, right, and was like, hey, I got a bunch of nice camera gear. If you want, I can share all my footage. And I was actually totally gonna do this. I was gonna share all my footage with him.
Right.
Like that was actually gonna happen.
It wasn't it wasn't your intention for Flamenco to take your stream.
I mean, yeah, I definitely but I knew that the stream would get a lot of traction because, like, obviously, like I'm the first guy in there with the live stream. So
right, yeah, you're right. And you had, just like this weird setup you've got here, it seemed like you had a camera on you. You had like a remote control camera up high. Did you have it on a pole, a tripod?
It was so. There was a bar. There was like bars that were like around the main bar area.
Right.
So I had it up on the table and I had it on a tripod. And it was like way up tall. It was like sweet. I got it like the perfect angle up there.
It was great for the 54 minutes you were allowed to do this. And then unfortunately, somebody clued Ethan in to it being on Flamenco stream. He thought you were an A-log. He thought you were there to get him. And
well, I mean, I was.
Yeah, you were. Now, so this is the first thing we're seeing, and we're screaming at our guys, our troops on the ground. And listen, did I assume other trolls would be there. 100. I assumed it was all trolls. I couldn't imagine him having any real people,
actual fans left.
But I didn't think anybody would do a good job of getting anything. You probably had the biggest chance and then blew it with the whole stream getting picked up.
I shouldn't have live streamed it at all.
Probably
I should have just recorded.
You should have just recorded.
I would have probably been able to stay if I had just recorded.
So we're trying to direct our guys on what to do, and they're getting drunk, they're playing, they're just bowling, they're refusing to listen. And we're watching your stream, and we're like, wait a second, go and get on this stream and open up there. At the time, they're wearing button-up shirts, and they're going to reveal the pod awful shirts under them. So as you can see here in this footage, we've got, there they are. Here they are walking in. This is straight from your stream. We're like, go to the trophy, stand in front of the trophy. It's on camera right now, and just open up the shirts. And so we're like in their ears, directing them where to go.
Yeah, I was so like hyper focused in on like just making sure my gear was set up. I was not noticing anything besides like I would occasionally like try to talk to Chaggot because it's Chaggot.
I want to point out, by the way, that the pink shirt man servant is here on this camera too. If a camera is on, he is in front of it. This I don't is he famous? Is he do something? Is he a guy? Because I'm missing something here. I don't know what's going on with it.
So that what's funny, that table, at first Dick Masterson was setting up that table, but then when he saw that I was getting my camera all set, he was like, oh, never mind, and he like gets up and moves further away.
All right, so we've got some Bigfoot style footage of my guys walking in front of the trophy here. You can see their Sasquatchian teats flopping in the wind as they go, and we're screaming. I'm losing my mind at this point because they're just doing nothing. Lenny's GoPro setup like failed. Like he didn't have the right stuff for it, and they're not getting anything. And we've got everybody in Discord live watching and freaking out, going, "We want content. We want something to happen." And so I'm screaming, "Get the shirt open! Get the shirt open! Get Ethan Ralph!" There he is, by the way. Ethan now Sasquatch walks by. And we're going, oh my God. Now, of course, we're on a delay. So we're seeing this like 2 minutes after, and we're going, put your finger gun up to his head. You're on stream, put your finger guns up. Open up your shirt. And they're just not doing anything. And now this guy's
some context.
All right,
I was looking
here's
at the official camera angle. I did not know that this guy's camera was looking at me where I was. I was looking at it from the official angle.
Yeah, there was no other stream at this time.
What's going on.
At this point, there was no one else streaming.
I'm there in person. How do I know where the stream is or isn't?
Because we're telling you. We were telling you where it was.
And I'm at the trophy, and I'm looking at the only camera that I can see.
There's literally a guy who is on the line with us right now who had a fucking laptop,
giant DSLR. Laptop.
I mean, he had
on a tripod.
He probably had more.
Looking for him.
Shotgun mic, a big shotgun mic.
He had more equipment than Ethan. But
I actually did. I bought 3 bags.
All right, and then,
not including the 64.
So I want to point out how bad this failure is. Jeremy just opened up his shirt, and then the camera fucking turns. So now they're no longer on camera, and now the camera's focusing in on Ethan in the back there because of course it is. So we're screaming. Go ahead.
Just a quick input. When I did notice when he was leaving, he had an entire suitcase worth of gear.
Okay, so all right, this is not input hour. Thank you. That was completely unnecessary and gay of you to say. So, and there, by the way, we can see the manservant going up, trying to get on camera again. It's like he can detect it. How does he know? He's not watching the stream. How is he on camera at all times? And then our guys are fucking standing there like dopes in front of the trophy, just trying to figure out their buttons. I mean, seriously.
I have autism. I can't help it.
All right, so this whole thing ends with Ethan coming up. Ethan right now is realizing that Flamenco is streaming this. In fact, I'll turn the audio on for this part because this is pretty good.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Tux.
I'm so glad that I was able to get the audio working. I forgot that my HDMI capture card has an audio source, and I finally got that in like a freaking boomer. But anyway.
All right, so here comes Ethan. He's a hollering. I want you to picture the sound of as he comes. Are you live streaming this on Flamenco Show? And
Hey, guy with the bowling sign up. We're gonna put that in the DJ booth.
Oh, yeah, it was Wolf Pup. Yeah, snitch.
And boom, there, and that's where it ends. There's no
Look
more
at that
stream.
look. Look at that look.
No more
Oh,
stream.
here it comes.
No
look at that.
more
Look at that.
stream.
He's walking.
You're on a delay.
Listen.
You're on a delay right now. You're watching the stream back. You're on a delay.
Oh shoot! I'm sorry.
It's all right. That's okay. It's funny. So Ethan is very mad. I know there was a point where you were kind of over at that area where it's sort of a bar. It's where Lenny was sitting creep shotting people. It's between the bar area and the bowling alley area. And there was a point where Ethan went over there. I don't know if he was talking to you or what before that. And I can't find it on the stream now. I don't know what happened. But he went over and we're screaming at Lenny and Jeremy, go over and finger gun him. You can drive by him right now. Execution style finger gun him to the back of the head. And right as they go, okay, the stream goes down. So it's boom. That's the moment it ends, is when they walked up to him. So as you can see, horrible failure from these guys. But luckily actually a few people came.
Luckily, Sumsburg showed up with a 64.
Somebody came and saved the day. Now, Tux, I'm going to jump out of here in a second, but before I let you go, there is a bit that I teased this already. The guy actually, is Jeremy in here too? I can't see it right now, Lenny. Is Jeremy in here too?
No.
Okay, so Lenny, I don't remember if it was you or Jeremy that said this, but one of you told me that pretty much immediately upon walking in, a guy came up and sort of said, like, okay, you see that guy over there? Don't say who it is. You see that guy over there? He's the drug connect. Was that you? Like, he's got everything. He's got acid. He's got coke. He's got pills.
Molly, yeah, everything.
Molly, everything. Okay, so you do remember that.
Do you want me to not say who the guy was?
Yeah, don't say who it was.
Or who was the guy that told me?
You can say who told you, just don't say who the guy was.
Oh, it was Dick's manservant.
Okay, so Dick's manservant. Actually, can you, for the people, you were the one who was introduced. What did he say to you exactly? How did he introduce himself?
He said he was with the Dick crew, and I don't want to like straight dox the dude, but
no, don't do that.
All right, yeah. His name was
No. That's
he gave me his phone number. It was
Wait, did he? I would believe that. No. I 100% actually.
No, the only person's phone number that I got was Paul.
I can't back out of. For some reason, I cannot get the Discord to. There we go. Give me the thing. All right, there we go. Okay, so now here's the thing. I'm a little confused, Tux. You said on a stream last night that you wanted to get on a certain podcast and talk to somebody about a certain drug thing or something. I assumed that meant me because I'm the one who mentioned that. And I assumed...
I don't remember this.
You don't remember saying that?
No, I was so flustered. I think that was...
You said that last night. All right. Well, anyway, I thought I'd get your opinion on that, but that's enough. Thank you, Tux, for joining us here. And we appreciate all your autism, as we do anyone's autism here at Pod Awful. Thank you, guys. All right, so let's get back into it here. Sorry for that distraction, but I need you. Oh, my Twitter account is fully restored right now. I need you guys to fully appreciate how bad it got before you can see how good it got. All right. There is something going on here at this event, and many people saw it and many people heard about it, but they weren't quite sure what the deal was with it. I'm the only person in the know. I'll explain it to you. Let's take a look.
I keep seeing these Popeye bags, and I'm hoping it's going to be fried chicken.
That's what I was hoping.
Okay, so here's a black guy talking about fried chicken. Now, nothing surprising there. The person filming this is our new guy on the inside. He came to save the day. He saw what Lenny and Jeremy were doing, and he said, something funny has got to happen. The funniest thing at this point that had happened is that guy who walked up to Ethan in the middle of the show and went, hi, I'm sorry, can you tell me where the bathroom is? Which, by the way, shout out to that guy. I would love for you to be my new manservant. He was the first guy kicked out. That's the funniest thing. He's basically saying that Ethan is stuck in the bathroom. Help, I'm stuck in the bathroom. I loved that bit. It was so fucking funny. So Paul's like, we got to do something. We got to make something happen. The whole time, Coleslaw and Diapers, by the way, had been showing up to the venue. Here's our new guy on the inside talking to people about the coleslaw.
It's just coleslaw?
It's just coleslaw.
Yeah, somebody's trolling somebody.
Oh, man. Did you eat any?
I hate coleslaw.
You know we wanted them to say yes. And I bet they did eat some. The coleslaw was never making it past this point. These guys were sucking slaw.
What do you say? I don't know, dude. I can't understand.
Okay. So this is what we at Pod Awful call, it's a little thing known as SLAWBOMBED. SLAWBOMBED. And if you've been following along with the Mersh coverage for a while, you'll know, for some reason, I don't know why, we just enjoy sending heaps and mounds and piles of coleslaw to Mersh's apartment. We do it when he's not home. We do it when he is home. We know he is eating it sometimes. We know it's rotting in the Florida sun other times. He claims to give it to his friends, the opossums and raccoons. We know better that he's consuming it all for himself, including the styrofoam cup. And I noticed that maybe we lost a few people there to another streamer, but this is actually, it's funny they left for this part, because slaw bombing is actually Mr. Mediker's favorite new joke.
Oh, the story gets, I'm telling you, man, like the depth to this.
Yeah, it's a shithole neighborhood, horrible neighborhood. Jesse sends seafood and
shut up. He's
in fact, Mersh has just gone.
You won't be getting those laughs over there.
Las Vegas. So Jesse and all his crew, they're now sending loads of coleslaw and seafood to his house. And when Mersh was trying to lose weight, Jesse just kept sending him pizzas and McDonald's. Just he can't not eat it.
So Mr. Mediker tweeted out during the event saying someone asking Ralph about diaper deliveries and coleslaw, Ralph throwing him out. Mr. Mediker knows I'm the diaper guy. Jim knows I'm the coleslaw guy. But there's some reason I'm in full-on Voldemort status when it comes to this guy. Is it because me and my best friend Matt Jarbo tricked him one time? Is it because he wants to do the exact same streams I'm doing with less content at the same times I'm doing them? I don't know. There's a lot of conspiracies out there about why Mr. Mediker is so fearful of me. Listen, it does not have to be that situation. I have no desire to come to a dying man's home unless it's to give... Actually, I could send my manservant there to give you palliative care if you like. But no, seriously, I don't know what it is. I really can't put my finger... Copying! I mean, hey, it's the bully squad, and it sure is a bright future. Copying! Anyway, I don't know what it is, but it's Mr. Mediker's favorite joke, and everyone who just left is going to miss out on the thing that's made him laugh harder than anything else in the past 5 years. So there's the context. Some of you saw, actually you didn't see, you heard someone ask Ethan a question about coleslaw. Unfortunately, the live stream froze during that part, so you didn't see what happened during that. You didn't see the slot take place. We are the only ones who have this on video. Let's take a look at what happened.
Wait, what did you say? They're what?
They're dropping off coleslaw. It's a joke and everything. He doesn't want it. So I'm like, all right, cool. Free coleslaw.
What did they say who it was for?
Ethan.
Oh, it's for Ethan.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now, that's not true. I don't know why they're saying that. Everyone was sending it to Mersh for sure.
How much did they drop off?
And of course, you hear in the background, let's fucking go. That cannot be your catchphrase. You can't own let's fucking go. That I own guitar riffs. Let's rock and roll. That's my thing. I invented that. Morty, I just came up with something. It's called Let's Fucking Go. Wubba lubba dub dub. I'm full of them. That's so embarrassing. Anyway, so this guy, our guy on the inside now he's a more mysterious man. He is a creature known as 1185. He can be anywhere, anytime. He's a hacker. He hacked into the mainframes to get all of these coleslaws sent to this event, and he's just trying to make sure the slaw bombing makes its final stop. We can't have it here at the front with the one security guy. They just hired the one black guy at the event as the security guy. That's not good enough for our guy. So he's going to try to make sure something happens.
Oh, so far it's been 2 Popeyes orders, like filled to the bag with just
with coleslaw.
And then one guy went to Walmart. He's all Uber Eats and everything.
Yeah, and Uber Eats. It's way more than what that guy is saying. Way more. Bags and bags and containers of coleslaw.
So one guy went to Walmart and got like 2 tubs of it.
Millions of gallons of coleslaw running through the city.
Shit.
And then this guy.
Did you guys give any to Ethan?
Yeah, I gave him the diapers and everything that somebody had ordered.
The security guy gave him the diapers?
They're cyberbullying me to death.
How awful makes me do that.
It's not true. They didn't give me the diapers. That I honestly, I had missed that in all the times editing this and going through the footage. I didn't realize somebody hand delivered the diapers. We missed that on camera, of course.
Okay.
And he just kind of threw it.
He threw it. He just threw it. He was like, oh my God, I can't believe somebody's trying to help my newborn baby. Fuck y'all. Fuck my baby. And then he just bowls it down the lane, misses all the pins.
Oh, he threw it. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I heard you could get a split here. Is it a banana?
Okay.
Hey there. All right, here we go. So our guy gets in, walks into the line. He's being filmed by the other 2 guys, my man Servants. He walks up, he gets into line, asks a question immediately. It's incredible, and honestly, this is a guy who gets a lot of shit in our Discord. He deserves a full-on finger gun salute round of applause. At the time of this happening during the live stream, this was the talk of the stream. And again, nobody else has this footage. We're the only ones. Where this is exclusive. You're now watching fully exclusive content that people have been wanting to see. They want to know what's going on with the slaw. Mr. Mediker tweeting out the slaw. People responding to him. What is with the coleslaw? What is this coleslaw thing? I was live in the chat room for the kill stream on Odyssey, and everybody in there is going, what the fuck, coleslaw? Ha ha ha! That's actually so funny. Now I guarantee you, much like with everything I do, if they knew it was Pod Awful doing it, it suddenly wouldn't be funny anymore, would it? So many things you people have laughed at in the past are completely my doing, and you had no clue. And the second you found out, you would try to act so cool. You'd try to act too cool for school. You'd go back to your Kiwi Farms or to your Reddits or whatever, and you'd go, actually, I never thought that was good. It's pathetic. I'm just trying to have fun here. I'm not on anyone's side. I'm trying to entertain. You're welcome to be, please, without further ado, be entertained. I don't know why we all have to be so disagreeable with one another. Anyway, here we are pranking a man live at his event.
Really happy to be here. Congratulations.
So right there off the jump, there's the clue. You don't know it's a Pod Awful guy? Well, now you do. He says, happy to be here. This is officially H2BH the show.
Thank you so much, sir. Glad you're here.
So it's just a quick question for you, Ralph. When I came in, the bouncer told me that a bunch of coleslaw was being delivered.
I heard that, yeah.
I was just curious what he said. You got some.
I don't know what that means.
He said you got some diapers and something delivered. I was just curious.
And see, this is all true. So he's not even technically A-logging. He walked in, asked about the coleslaw, and this is what the guy told him exactly. He didn't make up the diaper thing. And he's not even referencing the diapers in the truck. He is talking about diapers that were delivered. And the second he says diapers, the mood sours. Ethan is angry, and Ethan is hollering.
You did with it. I don't know. Why are you curious about it?
So look at that. Why are you curious about it? Wait, well, I don't know. And this is the thing. This event is so poorly attended. There were 60 people maximum there at any given moment. They need everyone they can get. So in every instance of them assuming someone is an A-log, they have to chance it and go, maybe they're a fan. So he's dipping his toe. He's checking the waters to see, can we keep this guy? Because honestly, if we get rid of him, there's no more audience. He's like half of the audience at this point. Now, keep in mind, this dude did not pay for a ticket, by the way. He walked up last second. The event is already 2 hours in at this point, probably. And he just goes up to the security guard, who again is the only black man at the event, and says, "Can I come in?" And the guy says, "Do you have a ticket?" And he says, "No, I do not." And the guy says, "Well, we can only let you in if you got a ticket." And this guy says, "Well, I'll give you $40. And the security guard, whose one job is to stop people from coming in, says, "Okay." And he lets him in. Now, obviously, a black man's two favorite activities are, number one, making money, and number two, doing the opposite of what you're supposed to do. So this was pretty much a slam dunk. And I think, to be honest, he could have lowballed him a little bit more. He probably could have done it for 20. He probably would have done it for like a kiss on the cheek at that point. Imagine being a black guy, being forced to listen to all this shit. I'm sure there were N-words being screamed. I know there were F-slurs being screamed.
It's just a weird thing. Well, why are you asking about it? Well, he told me you threw him away or something? I just threw him over there. Why do you care about that? You seem to have a... Well, I've got kids. I don't care. Get the fucking... Take the...
Now, this is... Oh, my God. This is what we call Dear God magic.
Once you get to D-List, you can have all the kitty pussy you want. Trust me, I know. I'm going to literally kill you.
So right as he's trying to throw our guy out, right as he's trying to nip the coleslaw in the bud, a completely unrelated man runs up, proudly displaying two big, heavy bags filled with slaw!
They're cyberbullying me to death.
You are witnessing a slaw bombing in progress. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the reason the bomb squad was called. It wasn't a swatting event. The place got bombed.
Yeah, I just need some diapers. Yeah. Are the diapers in here?
It's a slaw-apocalypse. Now watch this. We are about to get Ethan Ralph committing a crime on camera. Note, this is before anyone hit Ethan. The first person to conduct violence in this venue, the first person to throw anything, to break the law, to hurt someone is Ethan Ralph. Now, a fun part here is our other guys, and these guys are all friends, are now pointing at our dude and going, "Eat it, eat it." They're trying to force their friend to eat all the coleslaw. That's the kind of chaos we enjoy here at Pod Awful. Pod Slawful, thank you.
I don't know.
Ethan grabs the slaw. Now you gotta watch carefully. It's easy to miss this.
Eat it. Do you want some? You want to share it with me? Do you want some?
Watch this.
Boom!
Bada bing, bada boom, baby.
Bada bing, bada boom, baby. Ethan Ralph on camera committing assault.
Yo, do you want some?
Assault.
Not really. Okay. Give the mic up to somebody else. No, I don't. Yeah.
So everybody's talking about, oh, I wish we had him stomping that guy's head in. And of course, we all want that. We all want the footage of the guy getting his head stomped. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's happening. because we actually have right now live a guy on the inside attempting to work on that footage for us. If anyone gets that footage, it ain't going to be Medicare. It's going to be Pod Awful. Sorry, Kiwi Farms. Good luck clipping it. I'm going to interrupt it 100 times. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I interrupting your kino? Oh, man, my bussy just dried. We've got a guy working on Chaggot trying to get this footage. It may not exist anymore. So the only assault we may have from this evening is this SLAWBOMB event. This might be it. This might be the best you get when it comes to that. But it's not the best we've got when it comes to footage. Goddamn, do we have some good stuff coming up here.
Funny bitch. Move on. Move on.
And he attempts to grab my friend's hat. He completely misses. Luckily, the entire cast of characters at this event are all butterballs with T-Rex arms. So unfortunately, he could not grab the hat in time, and my man gets out of there before he is further assaulted.
Get out of here, bitch. Okay. Take that shit.
Somebody just goes, what the hell was that? Everybody is just confused. Imagine this. Imagine you go to a bowling event. Instead, it becomes, for some reason, a debate between two gay guys, and then all of a sudden, everyone gets coleslaw. It's like something. It's like something out of Pee-wee's Playhouse. It just doesn't make any fucking sense.
Haha, you want to go to the bowling alley and eat some coleslaw?
Out of here. Yeah.
So now they're passing around the slaw. They're trying to figure out, well, I mean, we've got the slaw. What do we do with the slaw?
I'll have some. That's free food.
Thank you. Hey.
And of course, our guys are going, give us the slaw. Give us the slaw. Now, you might be thinking, oh, they're going to do something with it. They're going to like maybe throw it or plant it somewhere, dump it into a urinal. You know, a clever, fun, easygoing prank that hurts no one. No, they want to eat it. They just want to eat the slaw.
What do we got? Kroger?
Okay.
The hell is that?
We had to send another motherfucker home tonight, Destiny. It's okay, brother. Is that only two? That's only two.
All right. So those of you who have stuck around this long, you are the magical few. You are a special bunch, because here's what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to give you a taste of what we have coming up. While these guys taste coleslaw, I'm going to let you know what you get to see if you keep watching. Ethan Ralph absolutely does get finger gunned. We get more proof that Dick Masterson is gay. We get further proof that Dick Masterson lied about his injury to get out of being at this stupid event, and even more so, to get out of recording a podcast with Revenge of the Sis. That's true. The second time he's faked an injury on that, we have the full video from the parking lot of Dick and 80s Girl trying to escape while Ethan Ralph chases them down, trying to stop them from doing it. And also, for some reason, Mersh shows up.
Call me a pedophile and dox my address.
Okay.
Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding.
We also have another set of people getting finger gunned, and somebody we've been trying to get slaw in his hands for a very long time, finally gets the slaw delivered to him. But not only that, that's stuff that might excite my audience, might excite some of you guys out there. Later in the show, I'll be making a phone call to somebody about something very important to me, something that I'm pretty broken up about. I'll be making a call about that. And I'll also be revealing one last little trick up my sleeve.
That's like, oh, that fucking faggot,
that's like
out of this
5
fucking
pounds of
building
fucking
right
coleslaw.
now.
Gross.
Let's go! Yeah! All right.
Why coleslaw though?
I don't even fucking know now.
I just won the debate.
This guy's got a
shit. Oh, it's so gross.
You don't like coleslaw?
No, hell no, man.
We need you over here. On like
Okay, so my manservant and Dick's manservant are now having an argument about slaw. This is, what world do we live in?
Hamburger?
No.
I'm from Pittsburgh.
And Dick's manservant is getting very angry about it, but he's also using it as an excuse to touch my manservant.
We put coleslaw in French fries.
And remember, all of your favorite YouTubers and streamers and Hollywood guys, they all of them except for Mersh, who can't afford one, they've all got their own manservants now. You're not anybody unless you've got a servant.
Well, it's gonna be tough, sir. It's gonna be tough.
Never even.
Okay, now this dude is picking up the coleslaw, and Lenny's getting nervous. This guy's very drunk. Pink shirt is losing it, and he's trying to act like, oh, I'm just joking around. I'm getting rid of the coleslaw. But then a big time oopsie daisy happens.
Throw it. There you go.
What the fuck?
He just threw coleslaw all over the fucking floor. We've already called it the Slawlocost. By the way, that it's been done. We've actually already had a Slawlocost. We need something bigger. This is the Slawpocalypse.
It wasn't me.
Okay, this is what's so crazy. This little gay worm, Dick's little butt buddy, is now attempting to blame Lenny for dropping it, even though he's got it on film. The dude turns around, throws it up into the air, it falls all over the floor and gets everywhere, and Lenny is being blamed.
Gross, dude.
Oh, slaughty.
That's so gross.
Some level of action is okay. At what point in your international trade?
Okay, so there's just this huge pile of coleslaw everywhere now. What do you do about it? You've got one manservant laughing at it. You've got the other manservant guilty of doing it. There's no more servants to clean it up. Or is there?
Look it up! Look it up, dude! What is that?
Oh, dude, it's so gross. What's your problem?
And this is, by the way, a show is happening right now while this is going on. They're still doing the show. The show is not over.
That redhead guy brought it in here.
Oh, dude. No.
It's whether it why that redhead guy bring that in?
And he's still trying to blame Lenny. Anytime somebody looks at it or says anything, he's like, oh, dude. It's like when you fart on an elevator and you're like, oh my God, what did you do? Oh,
dude. Oh, no.
But he's not joking. He thinks he's getting away with this.
So gross.
God damn, I never thought I'd get to see coleslaw all over the floor of a bowling alley with every goon we hate in it.
Oh shit, dude. Is that okay with you?
No, it's not. Is it okay with you?
See, look at that. Is that okay with you? I mean, what disgusting behavior. This is very, you know.
Hey, watch out.
Oh, and look, even Ralph sends his own manservant in to stupidly try to sweep it up with a broom and dustpan. What an idiot.
I got excited, very excited to see all of this.
There's like a coleslaw explosion.
Now he's just smearing mayonnaise further into the carpet. These guys were worried about tobacco in the urinal. They never saw this one coming.
Gross!
It's just getting into... It's getting into the bristles of the broom. It's getting everywhere.
It was gross.
And it's all over Lenny's leg.
Oh!
Yeah, I think that's fantastic. Do you have a specific line for you?
Now, Ethan, that's Ethan. Look, there's Ethan. He came over to inspect the slaw. He's thinking, I don't know, some of that still looks good. 5-second rule, how long's it been?
What the
What the hell? Is slaw just falling out of the sky now? And he just stands there with his mouth open for 2 hours waiting. Wow. This dude is losing it. The grids has gone to his head. Unfortunately, there's nothing like he has no actual blood cells left. He's been taken over by parasites, gay parasites, and he's just whispering "fuck you" into Lenny's ear.
I don't know, you dropped the coleslaw. Oh, I got it on my pants.
Ethan Ralph has a 5-minute rule, they say in the chat.
All right, it's all good.
Just a second, I'm gonna come over real quick.
Okay, I mean, there's just mayonnaise permanently in that carpet. Nobody's cleaning that up. There's an event going on. What do you think? They're bringing out the washer, the vacuum. What is that? The carpet cleaner thing?
I know.
He's still sweeping it with a broom. This is the best you've got. Folks, they're not bringing the brightest, the best. And look at this. The servant finds an excuse not only to touch Lenny's arm, to vigorously grab at his breast meat. Mom's slawgetty.
That's too much. You're good. We got it. Pass it off. That's all I need.
So Lenny was just molested. That is legally molestation. He did not consent to that touch. Nor would anyone except Dick Masterson when 80s Girls in the Cuck Truck. Okay. So this part's great. Some other guy goes up to ask a question, and he immediately brings up the coleslaw as well. And a reaction happens that I did not see coming from Ethan Ralph.
Some guy just spilled potato salad on my coleslaw.
I'm sorry.
Ethan Ralph is screaming coleslaw. Now he's into it. Now he's thinking like, yeah, actually, I did want that coleslaw. I'm Coleslaw Ralph now. Guys, I'm not the corn man. I'm the slaw man now. He likes it. He wants to be a part of whatever's happening with slaw. He wants to be inside the meme with it. He wants to be in on the joke. Unfortunately, Ethan, it's my joke. So no, you don't.
All I can see the physiognomy here is nuts. It's awesome.
And I love that. This guy just very, very subtly just calls everyone there a mental retard to their face.
Y'all some retards.
The physiognomy in there is awesome, he says. That's such a great way of describing it. Yeah, everybody is looking radical right now. He's saying it while looking at Ethan. Ethan's like, I don't know what physiognomy is. Is that the class that I skipped and failed high school over?
And we're off. We're in the house.
I actually had to take physiognomy twice in high school.
Eugenics!
Somebody just screams eugenics.
Now it's gross and satanic.
Take his ass to Mordor, bro.
Okay, now I'm going to have to clear some things from the footage here for you to really see what's going on. I almost missed this entirely. This was wildly subtle. Okay. Let me make sure I've got everything off screen here. Look at manservant, pink shirt. Look at his Mexican manservant. This is the only time where they Mexican manservant's tired of being here. He's hearing about physiognomy. Somebody screams out eugenics. He wants love to be love. He wants an equal sign on his profile picture, and he wants to say it loud and say it proud, and so he sneaks in a little something.
Take his ass to Mordor, bro.
He's hugging and rubbing up on pink shirt, but then all of a sudden, a guy who happens to already either be live streaming or taking a selfie brings the phone over, and watch what happens.
This party's lit. I appreciate some guys.
Oh, he sees they're on camera and lets go of pink shirt. So if you thought I was lying about these dudes being gay who claim to be there with Dick, there's the proof right there. They just got caught on camera accidentally doing a snuggle session.
This guy's a question.
All right, that's all that was about. Okay, so pretty good stuff so far. and we haven't even gotten into the real meat of it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is Ethan Gets Fingered. Now, as I said before, Lenny and Jeremy and even our other guy all failed to get a finger gun with Ethan. However, some of you may have seen this on stream. I'm going to show you what you guys saw. Then I'm going to show you the perspective from Lenny's side, and I'm going to give you the context for how and why this happened. Okay, let's take a look. Ethan gets fingered.
You know what, fucker? Why don't you get up here? I keep hearing you holler. Do you not have a question?
He's talking to Pink Shirt.
Yeah, give him the mic.
We appreciate the mild-mannered questions, though. We appreciate it.
Oh, my God. Destiny.
Wait. If you want to ask me a question, you got to ask Harrison a question first.
No, I want to ask you a question, big boy. I want to ask you a question, big boy.
So Pink Shirt is now dancing, shaking his little rump. He's pointing fingers.
Destiny, I want to ask you a question, big boy.
Yeah, I don't think I want him asking me a question.
No.
All right, what do you got?
Oh, damn it.
I'm asking you a question. I'm asking...
No, you're not asking me shit. Ask
you a question.
So, you see that? Let me play that one more time there, because he puts the finger gun directly in Ethan's face, and the second he does, Ethan flips and says, no, you can't ask me anything. Look at this. You see that, right? And so he just kind of slyly slides it past Ethan and gets it on Destiny instead. So all of these guys have now been, trademark, by the way, finger gunned.
You're not asking me shit. Ask
you a question, big boy.
All right. So here's what happened. This part is called Ethan Gets Fingered by Dick's boyfriend. That's just true. That's just actually what happened. Ethan gets fingered by Dick's boyfriend. Lenny Ways has been putting up with Dick's boyfriend the entire night. He must have thought they had some sort of chemistry, both being manservants. I don't know. And finally, Lenny Ways realizes he may never get his chance, and he's too scared to go up and finger gun Ethan himself. He doesn't want to get kicked out. He wants to be able to film everything. I told him a million times, get kicked out. That's more. What do you want to see more? Somebody stay around or somebody get kicked out? The most exciting parts are when people are getting kicked. Unfortunately, Lenny's too scared. He has too much autism inside him, and we salute him anyway. What he did manage to do, though, was talk up a big game to Pink Shirt. And he starts telling Pink Shirt about finger guns. And he says, did you see the diaper delivery? And Pink Shirt knows about the diaper delivery. Pink Shirt knows about yours truly. Bang, 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 bang. Finger guns. I just dropped my mouse. That's not going to be good. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, God. Oh, no. I have no clue where it is. I got it. Never mind. This guy knows about finger guns. And he keeps mentioning finger guns to him. He keeps saying, like, I want to get up there and do finger guns. And Pink Shirt, who wants nothing more than to be the center of attention, wants nothing more than to be on camera, I guess he just got it in his loopy head. Oh, you know what? I'll do the finger guns. So let's watch it one more time through the eyes of Lenny. Ethan gets fingered by Dick's boyfriend.
We appreciate the mild-mannered questions.
Oh my God, Destiny.
Wait. If you want to ask me a question, you got to ask Harrison a question first.
That's right.
Now keep in mind what I told you while you watch this part.
Boy, you, Destiny, I want to ask you a question, big boy.
Yeah, I don't think I want him asking me a question.
All right, what do you got?
Oh, damn it.
Okay.
You a question. I'm asking.
No, you're not asking me shit. Ask your
boy.
Okay, so there you go. Even Ralph legally did get finger gunned directly to the face, and that's incredible. So thank you to this gay little guy who is now doing a dance, by the way, for everybody. He's doing a little booty butt dance for Ethan, and Ethan is loving it. He's dancing. Look at him. Ethan's got his hands in the air celebrating the little booty butt dance. He's shaking his badonk. He's showing it to the camera. He's showing it to all the boys. He's bringing them to the yard. And Ethan's into it. All right, now let's talk about the drug guy. This is getting to the point where things are really going to turn south for the KILLSTREAM Kingpin Invitational, the GUNTERBALLS special. They invited some guy, and nobody's quite sure who this is. They take their break from their debate, and I don't know what exactly was happening with this dude. I don't know who he is. I almost feel bad about calling him out, but I feel like I have to because something very, very funny happens later. We're about to see the guy that upon entering the building, our dudes were immediately told, by the way, you need acid, you need coke, you need pot, you need goofballs, you need slurp-em-ups, you need whiffers, waffles, anything you want, this guy's got it. And they point right to him. It turns out he's one of the people performing. Not usually the way you have these things set up.
And then we start the next part of the show. Thank you so much.
Destiny, get off your fucking phone!
Hey, leave Destiny alone. Hey, that was great, man. That was sick, man.
Okay, somebody on camera right now is the drug connect. Can you guess who's got drugs?
I'm Tom Gully, and you're watching Is This Live, the show on the Pod Awful TV network, podawful.pizza.
I wonder, who could it be? Who was pointed to all night as being the hookup? Who did Dick Masterson run to immediately? First thing he did at this event, trying to score, to try to make it through this stupid shit. I will take your answers in the chat, and we'll be right back after this.
God entered my body like a body my same size. I know all of God's secrets. Would you now like to know what God thinks?
What apple is our God now.
And I do see non-stop visions from God. Do you want to get an answer on what God thinks from somebody that doesn't have God, or do you want an answer from somebody that does have God? Click on the link.
Support the show. Join the Pizza Fund. Podawful.pizza. Pizza. Podawful.pizza. P-I-C-C-A.
Okay, I gotta admit, an odd number of you guessed Destiny as the person. Like, why would I wait until this point to talk about it? But if you guessed the man standing directly in the middle of the frame wearing the loud tiger print get up and carrying a guitar, you are correct. Congratulations. Join the Pizza Fund, by the way, podawful.pizza. We will have an after show right after this is done with more stuff, by the way, with extra content, extra behind-the-scenes stuff from the KILLSTREAM event in the Pizza Fund. It's our pod after show. Get it in the $6 level, podawful.pizza. Most of our content is banned on YouTube. We are banned from Patreon, so we had to build our own, and that's how we keep the things going here, and that's how we manage to do insane stuff like this. This is why you've never seen another show like this, is because we're fully fan funded. I don't run ads. I don't have sponsors. I don't do any of that bullshit. Podawful.pizza. Anyway, this guy right here, it's going to be important in a bit that he is the drug connect. I hate to dox him on this. You know, I don't know who this dude is. I don't know if they ever said his name. The live stream came back up at one point and he was just playing. Nobody knew who he was. It seemed like everyone was confused by this and why you would be on film while also being a drug dealer. I can't understand. That's really more his problem than it is mine. So that's the guy. And he might be Alex Stein's friend. There's Alex with the white cap on. There's his friend Cassidy Campbell with that weird pink hat on. That's the guy with 1 million subscribers on YouTube. He seemed to have brought these people along. I don't know. You know, I'm sorry if I'm doxing your friend there, Alex, but wait until you see what happens.
Here, we can plug it in.
So there goes the gun. And this is what he's heading out to find. What nobody knew except for me and the guy who got kicked out over coleslaw is that during this moment, sitting right outside, were 6 and then seconds later, 8, no less than 8 cop cars, patrol vehicles, whatever you call these trucks really. And if you look way over there, you can see the cops gathering up because somebody had called in a SWAT or a bomb threat on the building. I'm the first person on the internet to know about this. Nobody else had said anything about it. And I made a bit of an oopsie by announcing this. I now see the error of my ways when it comes to this. Our guy, he gets kicked out over the coleslaw. He walks out to the parking lot to go to his car. He sees this and he starts messaging going, "You're not going to believe this. The place is surrounded by police." And we're like, yeah, right, whatever. He takes the photo. We're like, oh shit. At that moment, he says, 2 more just pulled up. They're everywhere. I take this photo. I tweet it out. I'm in Ethan's chat. From whatever location I'm at, I'm in Ethan's chat. And I'm telling everybody, about to get swatted. SWAT time. The cops are coming. Cops are coming. Nobody believes me. I tweet it out. Nobody believes me. Andy Worski sends me a message. He's like, is this real? Is this? And I'm like, it's not a bit. Not a bit. Watch, they're about to get swatted. His chat room. Everybody's saying, fuck off, Jesse. You're lying. Where are the cops? Where are the cops? They took a minute to come in. So they're all gathering up to try to figure out what's going on, to figure out if they need to go in guns a-blazing. And so nobody's believing me. But then all of a sudden, everyone believes me. Ethan Ralph makes an announcement, and suddenly you can't deny it anymore. And now I'm the guy who somehow knew. So just to be clear, yes, I'm willing to do a lot of silly, crazy things for content. Never this. As a guy who was literally arrested while streaming my show in 2012, by the way, before that was so common a thing, I got arrested while live streaming. I would never do this. As somebody who got grassed on by...
They're cyberbullying me to death.
This guy, to Detective Tiffany Dobbins, I would never do this.
Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding.
You'll never see me in J. Edgar Hoover's caller ID, I promise you. Not G. Gordon Liddy either. As somebody who was arrested by YouTube themselves over silly shit I said on the internet, I would never do this. So I do want to put that out there, because after the cops showed up on the stream, everybody starts going, Jesse broke the law. We have so many screenshots of idiots going, this is the Texas penal code that Jesse broke. One retard actually said, Jesse, Texas Rangers work nationwide. Prepare to have your shit pushed in. Some fucking thing where they think like, oh man, they must have felt big typing that. That's one of those where you hunch over the keyboard saying that one. Boom, 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 boom. You're such a big man.
I have autism. I can't help it.
We have everything that happened with the cops outside and inside. Let's take a look. This is another exclusive footage
had the greatest part of the night.
This is the cops are out here.
Yeah, they're right there.
So Lenny and Jeremy leave, and our other guy warns them, hey, the cops are out here. You might want to get out of there. And Jeremy's reaction is, yeah, they're right there. So you can see why there's very little footage from Jeremy being used in this.
There's a bunch of cops right there. Well, there's their trucks.
Yeah, I gotta find Jeff.
Right
Second part of the show, there was a bomb threat called in. The police are about to do a walkthrough. It's all good. It's all good.
But the bombing hasn't even happened yet. Pat Dixon hasn't gone up.
We knew this would happen. We knew this would happen, but
you knew it would happen. So you invited all of these people to what you knew would be a bomb threat. That sounds great. Hey guys, have a great time at the next Killstream event.
There's a bomb threat, so they're gonna do a little walkthrough. Dallas's finest. Can we give a shout out?
They are not in Dallas. They're in a place called the Colony. They are a ways away from Dallas.
For the Dallas PD, let's fucking go. Or the Colony? Do they have their own police? Do they have their own police? Fuck. The Colony PD, excuse me. Colony PD, that's who we love. All right, I'll be back. I gotta take a piss.
Okay, let's just...
Okay, now think about everybody in there doing all these different illegal things. Everybody who's got something on them right now. They've got to be shitting themselves, only there's one problem. They're all too drunk and high to have even noticed what Ethan just said. Now, our guys are out here, and they're going to talk directly to the cops.
Everything good? Yeah. Are we allowed to talk to our friend?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Go right ahead. You guys coming to this event over here? You heard of it as well?
We've been.
You've been here?
Yeah.
Left? Okay.
Yeah, I'm fun. Had a good time.
I'm guessing from SWATTED.
I haven't
It's
heard
a
about
common.
So this is so funny. Our guy goes, so I guess they got swatted or something, and he's kind of saying it under his breath, but the cop hears him and goes, they got what? What'd you say there? Like, oh, so you know what happened? You know they're being swatted right now? How do you know that? Now that is a mistake. I made a big mistake. He made a grave error. The cops are now wildly interested in all of this. They now think that these guys are guilty. And I'm going to point out now, the people who have been whining about this, wondering where is he? This right here in the middle of the screen is Ramsey Paul. He has not been inside the event. He hasn't been there this whole time. He just got there. He sees cops everywhere. Imagine that. You're this old guy invited to this retarded thing. You pull up and cops are everywhere. What is he saying to the police? Well, my dudes heard it, and I'm going to tell you.
Everything good? Yeah. Are we allowed to talk to our friend?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Go right ahead. You guys.
That guy right there. So that blue shirt right there. Sorry, I have to pixelate this part. But that guy right there is Ramsey Paul. Okay? My friends did not know this. They thought it was just a lost old man. When they first came back to me with this footage, their response to who this guy was is, this is what they said to me, no joke. They said, I don't know, it's some old guy. He seemed lost. He said he was literally just there for the tournament, that he didn't know any of the people there. They thought he heard, oh, there's a bowling tournament going on. I want to watch. And in the middle of the night went to go see it.
This event over here? You heard of it as well?
We've been.
You've been here?
Yeah.
Left? Okay.
Yeah, I'm fun. Had a good time.
I'm guessing from SWATTED.
So I guess they got swatted or something. The cops are over off to the side. He thinks they can't hear him. Is that something that happens frequently? The cop says, like, oh, do you know something I don't?
It's a common term.
It's a common term. Good save.
I would assume you guys know what swatting is. We're aware of it. Yeah.
He's the guy that.
Did something happen here?
No.
Because we were just in there, and they were just like...
So there's Ramsey Paul standing there, and he is buddy-buddy with these cops. He's like one of those guys who's like, so when can I do a ride-along? You guys ever let other people hold your guns? Would you mind? I respect you guys so much. You got, like, inside they're doing that sort of not ironically, they're doing it to save face, like save their own asses by being like, shout out to the Dallas PD. Meanwhile, it's a wrong police department. But this guy, he is an actual respecter of police.
The guy coming on just now.
Ramsey Paul loves law enforcement. You think Baked Alaska loves him? This guy, I believe He never actually even went into the tournament. He was too busy licking boot.
Are these the other two guys that were with you?
Wild boomer. And they asked him for his ID, and he was like, please take here's my social security card. You want a credit card too? You can run that. My car's parked all the way over there. Would you like me to bring the license plate over for you to run it?
Yeah, I like it.
And of course, now they're asking for our guys' licenses, which you say no, by the way. Don't ever do that. Just say, no, fuck no. Oh, yeah, do we have it? Yeah. Can you have it? No. By the way, this guy's a white nationalist. And then you throw pocket sand in their eyes and run away.
You got like
get out, get out, get out!
Not sure. What's that? 4 cars. There's more than 5.
So I just want to show you. This is just so you can see Ramsey Paul like really respecting and talking to these guys.
Oh yeah, no, there's 6 of these cars.
He's probably a fed or something. Not a well-fed, but
They had 2 roll through. I don't know where they went.
What happened?
So you see him, he's chatting them up.
I don't know. They thinking they're not being very specific, but it sounds like somebody called in an incident.
Somebody called in an incident.
The bowling alley.
Nothing was going on in there though.
So apparently, while they're standing here, I don't have all of the footage of this. While they're standing here, Ramsey Paul is telling the cops like, yeah, I don't know anybody in there. I don't know who these guys are. I'm not really sure. I just heard there's a bullet. He wanted no part of this. He shows up, sees cops, and he's like, sir, I don't know these men at all. I don't think he ever went inside. Now, I could be wrong about that. Maybe he showed up later or something. Maybe he eventually went in. I'm fairly positive, though, that he did not. He's telling these cops that he has no clue who these people are. So it is official, and let this be known to fucking Ethan Ralph, by the way. Ramsey Paul does not respect you. He doesn't like you. He doesn't want to be involved. He feels tricked. He's basically the Marjorie Taylor Greene of your America First event. He's an old, doddering man. He didn't know. He wandered out there. He actually arrived in a shopping cart instead of a car. He couldn't even, there was still toothpaste all over his mouth. His hair was mussed up. That's not even his hat. The cops gave him a hat. It's like a little buddy hat. It says a little sheriff's department. And they put it on his head. They're like, oh, man, do you need a ride home or something? And he's like, I don't know. Who? And Ethan Ralph never heard of her.
It was all normal.
Some dude threw coleslaw on the floor.
You know what, though? Because I got it all over my fucking shoe.
Okay. Now we cut back in. So this is happening outside. We cut back in to drug guy inside. Remember, they didn't hear. He was standing right there and somehow completely missed that cops are now surrounding the building. Watch his reaction when he finally hears that that's happening.
Apparently there's 50 cops outside. We've been swatted tonight. Apparently. I haven't gone outside, but that's what I've heard. That was real?
He says, that was real? Nervous, sweating, flop sweat, profuse.
That's apparently real, yeah.
Let's take a closer look at that face again. That was real? He says, yeah, it's real. Okay, what do I do? All right, let's see. How do the lyrics to We Love Our Cops go again? We love our cops, our law enforcement. Okay, guys, a 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey, Jay.
He's panicking right now. He's literally looking around like, is there another exit? Is there any other way out of this place? What have I gotten myself into? He's got everything on him. Everything. Name it. He's got it. He's got Jenkum.
We came out to smoke a cigarette.
And look at this. Look who comes running out. So they make the second announcement that the cops are coming, and look who starts.
We came out to smoke a cigarette, and they're like fucking questioning everybody.
So Lenny's talking to Dick Masterson. Dick and 80s Girl are darting out of there, and look at him pretending that his arm hurts. And I want you to pay attention to this. He's talking to Dick Masterson, and Dick realizes it's the pot awful guy. You see that look on his face. He wants nothing to do with it, so he just blows off Lenny and is trying to get the fuck out of there. He's trying to remember where their rental car is.
It's like 8 cars.
He just goes, no, I'm not talking to you, dude. Oh, no, I'm not talking to you. Now, look at the way he's holding his arm. His claim is that he hurt his left arm, but he's holding his right arm here and bizarrely has some sort of garment over his shoulder as if he's turned it into a sling. So you can see the garment it's tied around the left wrist, but then the left wrist is holding the right arm, which is putting pressure on it. That would not help anything. And let me be clear, Dick Masterson, I did some autistic research on this.
I have autism. I can't help it.
I'm a killer gorilla. Dick Masterson is right-handed. So let's work out the details on this real quick. Dick Masterson suddenly has to go. He suddenly hurts himself. Suddenly, when the cops arrive, and not 1 minute before that, he is injured on his left arm, even though he is right-handed. He was not bowling at any time, so it's not from a bowling injury. On top of all of this, he is clearly faking the injury as he walks out. He's made the world's worst makeshift sling. He's holding the wrong arm on camera, and it actually gets much, much worse because we can prove that moments before this, his arm was perfectly fine. This is Dick Masterson, the only person there who is actually worked out above the waist. Again, below the waist, he is the dictionary image that shows up when you look up skipping leg day. But above the waist, Dick Masterson is, the one-eyed man in the kingdom of the blind here. And he's the only guy to injure himself. A guy throws an elbow and gets knocked out and his head stomped in. He's got no bruises on him. Ethan Ralph fucking gets the elbow to the face and he's had his orbital sockets blown out and he's fine afterward. But Dick Masterson hurt his arm. He cannot make it to the rest of the event. He's not going to be a part of the tournament. And Ethan is terrified. He's not just terrified, he's pissed. He needs to make sure Dick stays because he knows the biggest draw there in his mind is Dick Masterson. We've got this from multiple angles. Take a look.
Questioning everybody. It's like 8 cars.
Jeremy and Lenny,
what the hell is going on, dude?
There's Dick Masterson.
Oh my God.
Look at him.
Hey, it's Mary.
So this is from the live stream we had going into our Discord, and everybody's saying like, "Oh my God, there they are! They just popped out of there. They're running." And no, he's like so faking the injury. None of us noticed that at all. He didn't look in distress at all. He was just worried because he walked out to see the Pod Awful guys turning their cameras and filming him. That's the look on his face. We're all screaming at our guys. Go up to them. Go ask him about Juju the cow. Ask him about sucking dick at Burning Man. Go call Hula Girl. Listen to this. They're not doing it. These guys, oh my God, drop the ball hard on this.
Hula Girl. Juju the cow. Hula Girl.
Hula Girl now. Heckle him.
Juju the cow.
Ladies girl bent over a child's desk for me so I can recognize you.
Okay, now, meanwhile, the other guys go inside, and Ethan is on his way out trying to figure out where Dick went. Dick just disappeared. Watch this.
Where did Dick go? Hold on. He went out with 80's girl. Is he gone? I don't know.
Is he gone?
What's going on, dude? There he is. I'm just left.
These guys want to come in and say, "What's your name? I'm sorry."
Go harass Ralph.
Did he ask where Dick is?
Record this.
Oh,
I think he's over there.
Oh, Lee, where are you going?
Go make fun of Dick.
Walk right up. Get this on camera right now. Go over there. Go get close. We're having a private. Is he going to see the diapers? If they ask you what you're doing, just tell them you're a live stream.
Yeah, so they're standing near Ethan's truck right now. Some people are worried he's going to see the diapers. Now back inside, our other guys are going back in. Here's the security guard.
Oh wait, were you already here?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, so many people coming through.
And now Mersh is walking out.
Nothing's gonna happen. There are cops
everyone,
everywhere.
Quiet.
You're allowed to film in public.
Okay, you're ruining our recording. Shut up.
There's Mersh. So Mersh emerges from in front of Ethan's truck. So we've got Ethan, Dick, 80s girl, and Mersh all trying to figure out what's going on. Why is Mersh even involved in this? I'll tell you why. He doesn't want Dick leaving before he gets the confirmation that they're still going to record their podcast. They went all the way out there, mostly for WrestleMania, but also to get Dick in studio-ish, like mobile, but to get him on the podcast for real, and he's about to run off. And stupid fucking this guy, 1185, refuses to point the camera the right way. What are we doing? We have multiple goons in one spot, and now we're looking at the median in the parking lot. Oh, yeah, this is what I want. I want to see this random couple. Thank God we're looking at this. Oh, great footage, retard.
Y'all some retards.
So there they are. And now it's impossible for you guys to hear this. If you listen to the original recording really, really carefully during this part, you can hear Ethan hollering at Dick, trying to get him to, begging him to stay. He's going, I don't know, man. If you could just, you just hear a little bit of it. It doesn't pick everything up, but you can hear every once in a while, the only sound you're hearing, that little bit of background noise you're getting, that's him going, well, Dick, if you just, well, and I was just going, come on, man, just, well, the cops are, and instead, we're looking over here at this. Yes, oh, the police? Yeah, we didn't know they were here. Thank God you're showing us this. Now you can see somebody's backing out. People are leaving.
Literally just walk up and
a whole shitload of cops just walked in.
So multiple people are leaving the event now. This event's gone from like 53 people at this point to maybe 30.
What are you guys here for? It's guy again.
All right, now Mersh is walking back, okay? So Mersh is heading back in. Mersh realizes, oh, Dick's doing what Dick does. He's out of here. So he gives up.
Okay, you have Mersh, Ralph, and Dick all together, and you're not in their face.
Now, this is back inside. This is simultaneous back inside.
Everybody give it up for the Dallas PD, baby.
So they say, give it up to the Dallas PD. Again, the wrong police department. They're all inside. Everybody's getting checked and inspected. And who do we see right there, dead center, but Tiger Coat Drug Man? And he's giving them the woo! Yeah, you guys rule. Yes, we do love you. Listen to this.
We love our cops, we love our law enforcement, ain't that right? All of
you. So he just sucked the shit back up into his body. Oh, thank God. Woo, that was a close one.
A 110-story tower can fall in 11 seconds, dude. There was not any nanothermite. That's so stupid. We got the man, Mersh. What do you got for us? Come on.
Dick Masterson's arm hurts, so he left, so... Yeah, sorry about that. And just to dispute you, an entire steel and concrete building can collapse because of burning copy paper.
No, it can't.
And I don't want to hear otherwise.
Yeah, it can. A 47-story building that would have been the tallest building in 30 states.
Okay, so we just got a mic drop Mersh moment, a Mersh drop. So Mersh calling out Dick Masterson. You know what? We got to give Mersh that one. That's good on Mersh. And by the way, that is the sole appearance of Mersh in the actual live stream event. The only people who have Mersh on camera at this event beyond that moment right there is Pod Awful. Now, let's take a look at the evidence. I told you we have actual 100% proof that Dick is faking it. This segment's called Dick's Faking It. And the reason for that is immediately before all of the stuff we just saw, immediately before the cops were known to everybody, immediately before our guy 1185 was out there speaking to them, 1185 actually had not been kicked out of the building. Remember, Ralph said kick him out, and then 1185 just walked out himself. He just left. Now, he did not leave the bowling alley. He left the area where Ethan was. He went and he got some of the coleslaw, and he started going around asking goons and other people if they want coleslaw. He went up to one goon in particular. In fact, it's the last person he spoke to before he left the building and was met with the police. And wait until you see this. Ladies and gentlemen, Dick Masterson was interested in having some slaw, and he does something very interesting during this.
What'd you say? What was it? It's like Popeyes. Oh, it's just coleslaw. You want some? I'll go get this from you. Yeah? You gotta go. Oh, man, come on. You gotta go. All right.
Okay, I'm going to play that one again for you because you might have missed it. This is, again, immediately before he leaves. Immediately before. And Dick actually questioned 1185 and said, is it KFC? He wanted KFC. If it had been KFC coleslaw, he would have said yes to eating it. And then he says, I've got to go. He's saying he's got to go, but look, he's rubbing his hands, which, because he's a Mexican Jew. He's a Mexican Jew, people. He's rubbing his hands, and not only that, he's clapping. You can hear him go into the microphone. So why is he already saying he's got to go, and that's the reason he can't have the coleslaw, if his arm doesn't hurt yet? He's already planning to leave. The cops are just a reason to get out of there faster. The faking it had to happen the second he found out about the police. Nobody knows about the police at this point. Dick is already planning to go. He never had any intention of being a part of this stupid bowling tournament!
I got excited, very excited to see all of this.
What was it? It's like Popeyes. Oh, it's just coleslaw. You want some? I'll go get this from you.
He's rubbing his hands. He's got no problem with moving his hands.
Yeah?
He says, I've got to go.
You gotta go. Oh, man, come on.
There he goes. He slaps into, like, oh, gosh darn it. He goes to his own left hand. This is the one you hurt, right, Dick? Just admit to the people that you don't like them. Why do you do this to yourself? You don't like Ethan Ralph. You don't like Revenge of the Sis. Is it just that these are who you have left available to you? Is it that everybody else has just completely given up? Is it that I drove you out of fucking Hollywood forever? The only thing you have left, the only vestige of Hollywood you've got is your gay manservant at this point, because I forced you out of your deal in Pizza Hut commercials. You'll never work in that town again. Darn the luck. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what we in the business call a little bit of proof, huh? There it is, right there in fucking black and white. You can see it. You're going to tell me I'm lying? Now watch this next part here.
You gotta go.
We now get strike. Ethan gets elbowed. Now, if you saw the preview yesterday, you saw a little bit of this. Of course, we have to cover a little bit of Ethan getting hit. I've just got the best parts for you and my interview. I'm the only person who has interviewed the guy who elbowed Ethan Ralph, and we uncovered something last night in the preview that is shocking.
Man, could you get the fuck away from the camera? Because you knocked the camera. Hey, don't stand anywhere over. Hey, throw it. Are you talking to me? Yeah, I'm talking to you. Throw this fat. Get him out of here right fucking now. Get out, bitch. Fuck you, Rape It Ralph. Fuck you, bitch. Get out of here.
He's calling him Rape It Ralph. Right through his face. Fuck you, Rape It Ralph.
Fucker.
Oh my God, I'm sorry about that. Holy shit, that was loud all of a sudden.
Get out before you get hurt! Arrest him! Arrest him! Fuck you!
Arrest him! Arrest him! They're not cops, Ethan. These are bowling alley men. The only crimes they can arrest you for are doing a foot fault.
Fuck you, bitch! Fuck you, bitch!
I knew that guy.
And mysteriously, that's where the footage ends. But as everybody knows, there actually was more. And we got confirmation, yes, Ethan got in on the action on hurting the guy. And bizarrely, I don't know if you've seen this conspiracy theory or not, there is a lot of talk about this. The camera cuts right as Ethan comes over to you, and everybody wants to...
He stomps me in the back of the head. Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah. He stomped me in the back of the head. Absolutely. Yep.
I'm doing my best. Andy Warski.
He stomped me in the back of the head. 1000%. Yep.
So the belief is the original video includes that, and this is Chaggot filming, right?
I believe it. So Chaggot, like, this guy fucking saved my ass.
Well,
like,
sort of.
The entire time I'm like,
hang on, sort of.
The entire time I'm like super paranoid. Yeah.
The thing is, Chaggot's filming.
Go ahead.
But Ethan is in control of Chaggot all night. So Ethan controls mentally and physically. He controls pedophiles. It's like his Ant-Man like superpower. He has the ability to command pedos. And so Ethan was in control of Chaggot's phone that night. And everybody says, if you watch on stream, the moment Ethan finds out he's got that video, Ethan's like, "What you do? What? You got that film?" And everybody thinks he went in and clipped off the part where he stomps you. So you're confirming. You
He
swear.
did stomp me in the back of the head.
You swear on a stack of holy scripture.
1000. Yeah. Get a Bible. Get a Quran. Get a fucking the Mormon Bible. Whatever the fuck. Yeah. Get an L. Ron Hubbard tome. Whatever the fuck. He did stomp me in the back of the head. 1000%.
So I guess you can't press charges since you hit him first.
What's his shoe size?
What is his shoe size? We all been wondering.
The shoe size. I don't. Yeah. I don't know. It was a very small diameter, but he did indeed stomp me in the back of the head.
Wow. Hey, this is live, Jesse. Right now, I'm gonna pause this and say, Chaggot, if you're watching, or if you're watching, or anybody who wants to reach out to Chaggot and say this, I promise to plug your whatever. I'll plug everything you've got, and I will personally donate money to you. An actual pedophile. I will donate money. The first time I'm willing to do this, I have actually returned money from pedos many times. I will donate to you and plug whatever you've got if you give me the uncut, fully uncut version of that video right now. Find a way to get it to me. It's got to happen tonight, though. This isn't happening in the future, and you got to give it to me exclusively. If you give it to somebody else, we got no deal. You make that happen, we get everybody watching. I tweet it out. I get everybody I can. I put it in my Discord. Everybody follows you, and I will donate to you, okay? If we get that full video. I believe people have been in Chaggot's ear telling him, "Don't do this." Oh, well, that might have let the cat out of the bag on who would have told him that.
Can I ask, did you, during the kerfuffle, did you just kind of give up? Because it appears that the DJ was the one that kind of took you down single-handedly.
It was like some bald. Yeah, it was like some bald.
It was the DJ. Yeah.
Was that him? Okay, it was some goofy bald gunt guard, some idiot. I said this on my rant video. I think he took like a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Groupon or something. Because when he was like, well, first of all, by the way, when I recognize that security's coming after me, I resign. Like I put my hands up. I let them politely like take me down. Because, security, they're a part of the business. So if you start fucking with security, that's when you get into, like, very deep legal water,
all right.
like trouble shit.
Hang on a second. Now we've got... So Andy Warski is messaging me. He's coming in clutch here. Andy from Kino Casino. He's got... here, he sent me... This is actually from... Paulie Frog has posted this on Twitter. There's apparently video evidence of I like this comment in the chat right now. Jay says, I don't buy it. That much weight focused on one spot would have created enough force to turn his head into a diamond. I agree with you that it is a little strange that the guy seems fine afterward. But I'm taking him at his word, because it's funnier to do that. Ethan deleting the footage. Let's take a look at this real quick.
Did. Yeah, 1000%.
Let's just. So this is from the live stream.
The video on my Telegram.
Do it
now.
Yeah.
Right now.
Do it. Did you really?
Yeah, I got a fantastic angle of it.
You're lying.
No, I did. You want to see it?
Yeah.
Okay, so now,
Did you post?
hang on. You hear the way he's saying that? Like, as a person who has dealt with literally retarded people like Chaggot many, many times in my life, he's talking the way you talk to a retarded person when you're trying to manipulate them into doing it. Oh, did you? Oh, really? Let me see it. Do I want to see it? Oh, yeah. No, yeah, let me take a look. I'll just take a quick glance at it.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he's a scumbag. Yeah, he definitely stomped me in the back of the head. Absolutely.
Yeah, he wants to see how long. He definitely wants to see how long it goes because he's wondering: is it just the part where I get hit, or is it the part where I go full white N-word and start stomping a man in the back of the head? Which, by the way, the bowling security allowed him to do that.
Oh, they helped. Like, dude, like it wasn't just the bald guy restraining me, and I allowed him to restrain me. And even when he took me to the ground, he was desperately trying to do some like scuffed BJJ. He was desperately
emphasis on BJ,
like seeking underneath. Yeah, he was trying to get underneath my chin. And he's going for the blood choke.
All right, let me.
So he was trying to go for the blood choke.
Let me play this. Let me play this.
He was going for the blood choke.
Well, of course it was live on stream anyway, but. Wow.
Where are you playing it?
Here we go.
On the stream. Sorry, you're not going to see it here in Discord. I'm playing on stream. So
I'm not seeing anything. Yeah, did your thing.
Oh, look at that. 104. So if you look at that, the video was originally 1 minute and 4 seconds long. But from Chaggot's channel, it's now been cut down to 15 seconds. This is some brilliant autism.
Get out before you get.
So it's been cut down 15 seconds. Wow. By the way, from Kiwi Farms, this is fresh in Kiwi Farms, where comedy goes to die to autism. Somebody says, this dude just never shuts the fuck up. Just play the videos. Fuck you. You don't get the videos. They're mine. They're my videos. I'm going to talk all over them. He says, stop playing the sound effects. No.
I
just sucked dick.
I got excited.
And I just sucked dick.
Nice
Dicking yesterday.
It's a show. You want to go watch the videos? Go make your own videos! I'm not your dad's clip channel. I'm not Mr. Medicare sitting there going, ha ha, like I'm your friend. I'm not your friend! I'm the one making it happen. You don't want me to comment on it. You wouldn't fucking know it's happening if I didn't comment on it. How do you not see this? How are you this autistic? Nobody asked you to tune in!
I have autism. I can't help it.
Kiwi Farms! Kiwi Farms! Don't talk over it. It's a show. Why would I even be here? Why would I even do this? I'm sorry. You're confused. This is a podcast, not a Nickelodeon. What are you talking about? Just play the videos. What am I? VH1? Even they had VJs at one point. I'm not yelling at listen, this is a complete retard who said that. Sam Wasco on Kiwi Farms. Dox him. I'm kidding. I'm not yelling at him though. It's not him. It's all of do you know how many times I've heard that? I don't know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well then Jesse, do it. That's good advice then. Everybody says that. No, there's no show without the talking. Have you ever seen a show? You fucking retards. I'm sorry. I'm going to lose it. You fucking retards. And by the way, this sometimes includes my own wife. I'm an old man. I just don't understand this. You sit there all day and you watch these compilation videos and you just think that's what the internet is. The thing should just play the clips. No. No. Fuck no. How about that? And by the way, this is free. I could have done this behind my paywall. It's free. I don't need you. You're nobody. You're nobody to me. I've never heard of you before. Why? I'm just kidding. You're welcome here, and I'm sorry. Let's play the videos. I'm going to shut up for the rest of the episode, including the part where I call Ethan Ralph live on the show. No more talking from me. Love you.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely.
Fuck you, bitch! Fuck you, bitch! Fuck you, bitch! Fuck you, Jim! Fuck you, Fag Miko! Fuck all you motherfuckers! Yeah. You have to fucking kill me to drag me out of this fucking alley, you understand? Yeah. You better fucking kill me, bitch! Me too, you gotta kill me too!
Oh wait, I'm not supposed to talk. Okay. I'm sorry, I just have to play the clips. So here.
Did we win? Did we win the trophy? Sure. We did? Oh shit. Oh shit. Am I taking home the trophy? Damn. Hey, Brandon. Oh wow. Oh wow, man. Oh man. Oh wow.
Okay, obviously I have to say something here. Number one, I like the guy who said, "Me too, you'll have to kill me too." That was very funny. Whoever that guy is, you're very funny. And even if you are that guy from Kiwi Farms, you're welcome here. I take back everything I just said. Number two, that was the Gunticipation trophy. Ethan awarded himself the trophy that he bought for this event. He won his own trophy, which is incredible to me. I didn't even know that was I thought you were disqualified from that immediately. Certainly you can't go home. And he's proud of it. He is somehow actually proud that he won the thing that he set up. There was nobody there at the end. It's just you and Chaggot by the end of things. So all of this ends one way. Okay. Now I am going to call Ethan. I've got some words to say for him. And I'm going to reveal something very big here at the end of the show. But I know you guys have been waiting for something like this. Everybody wants me to do this. Everybody wants me to cover Mersh. Well, here it is. SLAWBOMBing Mersh IRL. It happened. Finally. We can finally see the look on his cross-eyed face.
Do you guys want this? A guy in a pink hat gave this to me. I don't want it.
Oh, I'm sorry. You wanted to see all of that? Well, guess the fuck what? You want to see this? And you want to see my guys on the inside go up to Mersh and Royce and have them totally know who they are and still force them to take not one, but 2 selfies with them, actually tell them, oops, we messed up, and force them to do it again while you can see on Royce's face that he knows exactly who these people are, when you can see it in Mersh's, one of his eyeballs, that he recognizes the Dark Future t-shirt. Do you want to see that? Do you want to see what Mersh's reaction to getting SLAWBOMBed in real life is like? Oh, you want to see that? Well, you gotta join the pizza fund. I'm sorry. Oh, you don't pay for content? Then you don't get content. It's not for you. It's for me to talk over. Oh, you've been waiting for Pod Awful to talk about Mersh again? You want your Mersh fix? I bet there hasn't been a whole lot happening with Mersh, huh? You haven't really had the Mersh laughs lately. He finally bought one of these microphones and learned how to point it at his face, and now it's not so funny to watch him. Is it not so funny without Pod Awful? Welcome to the fucking internet with Pod Awful. We're going to go into a Pod After show immediately after this episode. $6 level of the Pizza Fund, podawful.pizza. And I will be showing these videos because, like all of our Mersh content from here on out, and there will be very little of it, but whenever there is any, it will be behind the paywall. Because fuck you, pay me. Fuck you. How about that? But here's what I'm willing to do. I don't actually give a shit at all about Ethan Ralph. Despite the fact that he is saying that he is going to piss on my brother's grave, a grave he does not even have yet. Despite that fact, I don't care enough about him to try to paywall his content. I really don't want these retards in my paywall. So I'm going to do this part for free and then the big finish, okay? You would think the phone call is the big finish, but no, the phone call is not it. In fact, I've been hiding a little secret this entire time. Wait until you see this. In fact, actually, Kiwi Farms should be interested in this because Kiwi Farms predicted this. Let's go to, I'm going to use my actual phone number and just call Ethan Ralph. Unfortunately, Ethan was accidentally doxxed on a show that I was on. That guy Tux, he accidentally doxed Ethan last night. Was that last night? I don't know when that was. Night before? And night before, I believe. And so now I've got a phone number for him. It's definitely a phone number for him. He just spoke to him on this line. One way or the other, I have a feeling Ethan will hear this message. I don't think he's going to pick up, but I'll leave a response for him. Let's give him a call. My actual phone number. He could dox me. I don't know.
Get a transcript of this call. Go ahead and say your name and why you're calling.
Jesse from Pod Awful, you're gonna piss on my brother's grave. Go ahead.
Clear. Go ahead and say more about why you're calling.
Oh yeah, you're going to piss on my brother's grave, and I'd like to speak to you about that.
It's difficult to understand you at the moment. What you just said?
Yeah, I would like to speak to you about pissing on my brother's grave. Go ahead.
It's difficult to understand you at the moment.
You've got to be fucking kidding me. No, I can't. I cannot repeat it, and I refuse to repeat it. Thank you. This is insane. I've never heard anything like this before in my entire life. Only Ethan Ralph would use this service. Fuck you! No! What is happening? Is my phone broken? Okay, I tell you what. I thought it'd be funny to give him my real phone number. Call him from a fake one then. Because we're calling one way or the other. Let's bring up Google Voice then. And sign in. Oh, sorry. I've never heard anything like that before in my entire life. I don't really know how to process that. I'm already forgetting what I meant to say to him. They're going to two-factor me on this? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, they're two-factoring me. I'm getting two-factored. I've got 2 guns and 2 factors. All right. I think that worked. There we go. Okay, let's give him a call again. 9. All right, let's see if you can hear me now. Jesus Christ.
Hi, the person you've reached
It's so
is using a
quiet.
streaming service from Google and will get a transcript of this call. Go ahead and say your name and why you're calling.
Jesse from Pod Awful. I am calling because you said you're going to piss on my dead brother's grave. Go ahead.
You have the wrong number. Thanks.
What? All right, that's a pretty good troll. You got me, Ethan. That's pretty good. I gotta admit, you did get me, but unfortunately, I've got a platform where I can just tell you what I wanted to say anyway. And I've got one up on you at the end of all of this. Doesn't really matter. So join that Pizza Fun Pod Off with that pizza. We're gonna wrap things up here in just a second and then go into the Pod After show. But let me just say this, in case Ethan is watching, and I have a feeling he might be. Again, Ethan said he's going to go piss on my dead brother's grave. He's going to dedicate an entire show to my dead junkie brother. Well, I'd like to address that, Ethan. You see, I just try to bring you diapers. In fact, I've said many times I like you. I think you're an entertaining guy. I'm not really sure where the hate comes from exactly. Yeah, I picked on you a little, but so what? You do that to people too. Now, as far as junkie relatives go, I think we should probably have a discussion on this, certainly before any urine is spilled on any graves, although I'd love to see you fucking try. I really would. In fact, I'm going to give you the location of my brother's grave when it's time. When it's time, I'm going to give it to you. And so you can just find it. You don't have to search for it or anything. And you can come. You can come and you can be there and you can do what you got to do. I would love for that to happen. But let's talk about junkie relatives. I don't really know where you got the idea about my brother being a junkie exactly. Yeah, he died early and sure, he had his issues, but not sure I ever said he was a junkie. Here's the thing, though. You've got a dead relative who was a junkie. Right? Let me just look into my notes here really quick just to see. Ethan, Ralph, mother. Okay, that's right. Yeah, what was her name again? Sandra. Old Sandy. Sandra Briggs Ralph. She was a bit of a junkie herself. As I recall, she was highly addicted, a real junkie when it comes to dialysis. And luckily for her, Ethan, at 63 years of age, you helped her kick the habit permanently. So congratulations, Ethan. We're all applauding you. You know something about being a junkie for sure, and you know how to make it stop. And I'm telling you, you come to my brother's grave to try to piss on it, I think I might learn a lesson from you. I think I might figure out how to make a junkie stop. It'll be the final pill stream you ever do. Now, that's not a threat. That would be crazy. That would be insane to say something violent and threatening on here. I'm not threatening you. I'm not even attempting. I need you to understand this because you don't understand a lot. I would never threaten you physically. No, it's ridiculous. You're 5'1". If I were to even touch you, you would fling across the entire ocean. It would be like a flea trying to... It'd be the human equivalent of a flea jumping onto a dog's leg. So I would never touch you. I don't have to touch you to ruin you. You ever want to see your daughter again? Your newborn daughter? Because so far I've been a better dad to her than you have. And I can make sure with some of the stuff that I've got that you go away forever. Not dirt nap. Just away. Just that sort of that daddy who wasn't there situation. And I'll tell you how I can do that. It's actually the surprise of the end of this episode. I'm very excited to show this to everybody. There is bonus footage from this event that nobody else has and nobody knows exists beyond a couple people. And I'm the only one who has access to it. And I won't be showing it on the show tonight. I'm sorry, you guys. And I won't be broadcasting it or putting it into the pizza fund. Not yet, anyway. Not until you fucking force my hand. But there's certain stuff that might have happened at that event that did get captured on a camera that you don't even know about. It's not these guys who did it either. You never even noticed the person who did it. What if I told you there was someone there the whole time that somehow never once got noticed by anybody? You know, it's insane what a hat can do. It's insane what a change of glasses can do, for instance. I saw Kiwi Farms actually said, why is he going for that John Lennon look? God, if you only knew the truth. It's really insane how much a hat can hide hair. It's really insane what you can get away with in this world. It's really insane how little people notice the small details. If there's 3 guys floating around wearing Pod Awful shirts, maybe you just won't notice the guy from Pod Awful right in front of your fucking face. Maybe the guy from Pod Awful wasn't back home helping with his brother's funeral arrangements. Maybe those were easily taken care of through correspondence. Maybe that's not something that needs to be done immediately. Maybe I'm heading home tomorrow to take care of that stuff. I'd like to point you to the Kiwi Farms thread here where somebody named Uber Driver Reviewer says this, and it's pretty interesting. They say, in response to somebody named Stoneheart says, he is not at home, meaning me, because he is planning his brother's funeral. Don't be too harsh. Also, the match stream he played for most of the time was pretty funny. They talked 10 minutes or so about black people washing their chicken. Well, thank you. A rare compliment on Kiwi Farms, but thank you. I do appreciate it. And this Uber driver reviewer says, I'm not sure I believe that explanation. If true, but come on, people. He was probably at the bowling alley in disguise. Mersh and Gunt in the same place, or hanging out with May after delivering diapers. Wow. Jesse's elaborate ruses can be very elaborate, and he doesn't really have ethical boundaries that would make sense to you or I. I don't exist on your human playing field. His ethical boundaries, I love reading about myself this way. I'm learning things. His ethical boundaries differ depending on whoever is the target in his sights. Interesting. Again, Mersh and Ralph in the same room plus Destiny? Something is up. I don't really know that much about the guy Destiny, but I know something about the concept. The chicken washing talk was hilarious. Fucking mayonnaise, people. Thank you. Thank you. I really, really do appreciate that. And that's why I'd like to leave you with this. Maybe, just maybe, you, Ethan, and Mersh, and Dick Masterson, and 80s Girl, and even Alex Stein, who I like, and Pat Dixon, who had the nerve to talk shit about me after this, well, maybe you should be keeping your eyes peeled. Maybe guys like Royce should really look up and to the right sometimes, because you never know what might be sitting right there and what you might fucking miss. See you in the Pizza Fund, Pod After Show, $6 level, podawful.pizza. Until next time, have an awful day.